interstate highway in this country that runs through black neighborhoods. All of them. 94, 10, 55, 65, 75, like all of them.
So if you don't give back money to everybody, minimally, you should give back the land that you illegally stole.
You know how much money?
No.
You know such.
Oh my bad.
No, go ahead, never mind. No, go ahead.
I'm gonna be quick. So in the great state of California, if a third party injures you and then you end up collecting a personal injury fucking settlement, you don't pay taxes on it. Even for the lost wages portion of your settlement, you don't pay taxes on it. The same thing applies to any type of reparations payment in my book. Like, you're not getting wages because you never got wages. You were enslaved. That was a wrong. There was other wrongs associated with that wrong. And you're going to get fucking, the closest thing to justice is fucking money, land, stuff like that. So that whole probate thing doesn't really work. And also, the collective thing doesn't work either because it was the United States government that condoned this shit from what I understand. Sure, there was a portion of time that slavery was legal, but then it was outlawed and the laws are fucking skirted and shit. So, I'm for reparations.
And it's not just the United States, it's the different European nations. They all made about $200 to $300 million off of the slave trade. You think about $200 to $300 million in that time. It's a lot of fucking money.
When we start putting everything in one box, it confuses the entire situation. And this is why I think reparation for slavery should be separate than reparation for redlining, injustice, and all that other crazy stuff. Yeah. Everything needs to be put in their own box so people can clearly understand what is happening and why it's happening. For instance, even like people will have the argument that red line affected other races of people. Therefore, those people should also be compensated.
But even HR 40 wasn't passed enough.
If there is a victim, the victim should be compensated, regardless of color, race, creed, or origin.
They wouldn't even put up a committee. They wouldn't even pass HR 40 to say that there's a committee that will look at these things and evaluate them. The U.S. government did not pass that. They won't even look at it.
Jessica, because they know the conclusion. Just like we can't study gun violence anymore, we can't study it because they know the conclusion. They know the conclusion.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Shut up.
I've been trying to speak, bro, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I can't. You're down there. You gotta speak up. You gotta stand up on a table or something, and then have somebody put you on their shoulders and speak up there again.
Come on, baby. Come on. I was gonna speak up. Let's go.
Are you feeling sensitive today, honey?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised with, like, a pilot, bro. Like, you think, like, landing would be one of his things. Look, this is what I'm trying to say right here. Another thing that people, like, don't notice, right, is that they'll kind of, like, disassociate, like, the North with any, like, benefits from that, right? And then, New York, like, well, obviously, that's not going to be them, right? People point out that sometimes people ignore the fact that one of the main drivers in the financial world to a huge extent was insurance, right? Insurance specifically on slaves, right? There's a lot of things like that. Then there's a conversation about the money, right? Because the idea is like, I'm going to pay for it, right? So if I say like, the part that's strange to me is that it isn't American to hold your government accountable for its spending of its money. It's only American when it's in rhetoric, but never when it's in numbers. So if I tell you something like, like the Department of Defense has never passed an audit financially, right? Do you know there's like $1.1 trillion that are unaccounted for the Department of Defense? Did you know the Doge you spoke about, like, oh, we're going to cut that back, did no cutting on or any stringent thing on the DoD, despite the fact that they have 1.1 trillion, I think in the span of like a couple of years or 4 years. I'm willing to be fact checked on that, right? That amount of money is crazy, right? And the reason why it's kind of obvious, right? We overpay and we do all these things because there's lobbyists, right? So it's not because these things can't be done, it's because there's enough money and there's enough politicians listening to this for them like to turn a blind eye or to propose policies that are for that. Which all that it says in a long way is saying politicians know that Department of Defense or subcontractors will lobby in such a way where they'll hold them accountable for not letting use money and make crazy lot of profits. Then African Americans or any other groups of the Fed will enforce the fact that they should be paid reparations like off their work, of business that was done to insure them or to ship them. This country was done. And that's kind of like weird, right? Because once you get into numbers, people don't want to talk about it. They just want to say, look, I don't want to pay out of pocket for it. But they don't know what they're paying for. Like, what were your taxes put to last year? They won't know. But there's a budget every year. We have a general idea of it, right? We can be, to a certain degree, fiscally responsible. But that's just not an American thing. Like, I don't even know that. I don't know. That doesn't get brought up here. We don't talk about, what was the budget for, this year? What did we spend it on? Those only things become relevant when it's, antagonizing another people. The conversation that we're really concerned about us paying for it is really relevant.
No, I agree. And, even if you wanted, be against reparations, there have been numerous states that have paid reparations for the harm that they've done historically. I forgot the city in California. There's one in, I think, Florida, Rosewood over there. There have been cases where states have participated in such a thing, and even do the weird biblical twist, saying, I'm not going to pay for the sins of my father. But acknowledging, it's funny because if you see in the Bible, having your sins forgiven doesn't negate the consequence of the actions of your quote-unquote father, right? That's just a biblical fact. If your parents did some harm, look at, for example, Noah, right? He had a covenant with God, and his son and him basically exposed him for what he did, and he got cursed as a result. Him and his descendants, right? I just think that, once again, when people want to do, when Andrew tried to do the twist earlier, we're trying to say, I'm not responsible for the actions of my ancestors. We are all facing and dealing with the repercussions of the actions of those before. This country is a result of the years that have up to 2026. And we're benefiting and sometimes even dealing with the harm of that. So I think he's just trying to run. And if we can send $20 billion to fucking Argentina, I think we can invest $20 billion in this fucking country towards it.
You know why we sent that, right, Stu? You do know why we sent that, right?
Why you said it?
Look, I'm gonna give you a hint. Argentina's colors of their flag are blue and white. And that, we really, steel. Hey, we gotta watch out for steel, bro. Steel is very, very inconspicuously getting $7,000 a post, bro.
He's not like 7,000.
Yeah.
No, but Argentina's history in itself is quite dark. I'd probably say that it has, from what I'm aware of, the darkest history of the Western Hemisphere.
What? No.
When I say that the past 200, 300 years, I would put Argentina in the top 5 for sure. I would.
We're going to support them because they align with Judeo-Christian values.
Bro. We can't say that here. We all have credit scores, and Palantir's going to make whatever we're saying subsidiable, and we're going to be able to get a decent fucking wage based on a devaluing dollar. Don't want to do that, buddy. Don't want to be antiseptic here.
They're the biggest anti-black, pro-Western, they're like the number ones in South America.
Yeah.
Trying to be,
fucking white.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. That's South American, I agree.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but they're not Nazis, bro. They're far from Nazi, though. That's the problem.
Again, if somebody sent you a trip, they bought you a ticket and said, let's pull up to Argentina for, a month. Would you go on vacation?
For a month? I can is that the worst thing?
You gotta go Playa del Mar. You gotta go Playa del Mar and get killed by the White racists.
Yeah. Next thing you know, Ink get killed in the news for trying to stop a certain group from starting a fire.
Hola, che.
Oh, yeah, che.
I don't know where Argentina went wrong though. Argentina was supposed to be better than Brazil. They went wrong somewhere.
He went wrong in a couple of things. One of them was getting a fucking. No, I'm gonna stop, bro. I'm gonna stop. We can talk about it later, Matt.
I do admire Jose de Marti though. He's like one of in my list of like heroes.
Are you familiar with the theory that like Simón Bolívar was killed by America?
Yo, real quick, Matt,
Didn't that
Argentina.
prostitute kill them in Cartagena?
No, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, real quick, Matt, Argentina or Brazil in the World Cup final? Who you
Brazil, bro.
Hey, you drunk Brazil.
A little kid.
No, bro.
Right answer.
Quick question. Why do the Germans Argentina?
Listen. You gotta choose. You gotta Argentina. Listen.
The government was pro-Nazi.
Alright, so Matt, who's your favorite Brazilian player ever?
Oh, you know who Zico is? He wore number 9.
Zico? Yeah, that dude's legendary.
That's when I started watching soccer in 1986 and I saw Zico.
Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldinho, he was gifted, bro. This guy will get drunk, be out all night, come back.
So y'all gonna kill them? I'm talking about soccer now.
I was talking about football. The Eagles. Oh my God, the Eagles. Oh, they're gonna go to the pool. They're gonna get super at it. Ooh. And then once they got past the 1 yard line, they had like 9 more to go, and they'd be like the next yard, so it would be another down.
Yeah, that would kill them home too. As much as I like football.
Super Bowl, I heard you're talking about soccer.
Yeah, but I don't.
I agree, she will.
No, but soccer is
I don't like
directed
soccer.
to.
I would feel bad for soccer.
Me either.
Soccer is directly directed to history and colonialism, bro. I think the whole entire world plays soccer. Is it by coincidence? It's because of fucking England. It's because of England, bro. England. They're the reason why the whole entire
People
world.
play soccer because you just
play soccer.
land and a ball. It's accessible. That's why.
Because of England.
It's accessible. That's not their sport.
It's a colonizer sport.
Technically, all of them are a colonizer sport, so
Finley, the American sports are just now getting worldwide. Jessica, I'm speaking. Come on, Jessica.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear about soccer.
No, he brought up a different point real quick. Finley, the American sports are being globalized in the 21st century, bro. Yes, every sport comes from the colonizer, but football, soccer is the original colonizer sport. They're not say cricket.
That would make too many times, bro. They put you as goalie way too many times for you to enjoy that shit, bro. That's what happened, bro.
Y'all made it even more boring by talking about what colonizer made the sport. Go ahead, Jessica.
Shit got worse.
So I just asked Claude about the meeting, between Vance and Iran and in Pakistan right now. They said that the first phase has concluded. Now both sides are exchanging written text to confirm that they're on the same page on agreements reached in the first round. Negotiations have moved beyond general discussions and entered a more detailed technical phase. While the talks were initially planned as a one-day meeting, there's a possibility they could be extended for an additional day for further technical discussions, though no final decision has been confirmed. It says no deal yet. The U.S. official confirmed that no agreements have been made as of Saturday morning. The first round of direct talks is done. Now they're in a technical back and forth phase, and it may spill into Sunday. This is still fast-moving situation.
Jessica, can you please ask if the talks have a direct face-to-face component in stage 2? Because stage 1 was indirect. They were in separate rooms.
And just does your husband know you're talking to this Claude dude? Because I would be concerned.
Listen, me and Claude have a special relationship.
The question should be, did the U.S. win the war again? Thank you.
Twice today.
Then boom, Israel's going to blow up the whole meeting.
You gotta ask Claude where you're pulling the source from.
Hey,
Because that shit will make shit up sometimes.
No,
did you all see when
What are the sources?
So it says that based on what's been reported so far, that's not clear yet, Oleg. What we know is today's talks already made history in the first direct face-to-face U.S.-Iran negotiation since 1979. The two sides are currently exchanging written texts to confirm what was agreed in phase one. There's possibly the talks extend to a second day for more technical discussions. But whether the potential phase two, meaning future rounds of negotiation beyond this weekend, would include direct face-to-face meetings hasn't been reported yet. Today's direct contact was itself considered a major breakthrough since previous discussions were conducted through intermediaries. Given that both sides have now sat in the same room, it would likely set a precedence for future rounds to also act rather than through mediators. But that would probably depend on how much progress is made this weekend and whether both sides agree to continue negotiations.
Both sides
It's
are wrong.
been
We're direct.
there, right?
It's great news.
Did you say that?
What did it?
You're in the Matrix. What'd you say?
Something that said I read
No
something
comprende.
that
She said,
I read something that said they want
Girls try. Vance did what?
you can't hear
I heard that exact same thing.
She said,
Shut up, doing.
No, it's important. It's good. I'm glad she brought it
You
up.
were in the Matrix, darling. All we got was did Vance something. I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, let's talk about the war, y'all.
Your mic,
They are talking. It's a good thing.
What's up, brother?
They are talking. It's a good thing.
I meant to tell you that I will be potentially staying in LA tonight after I do my red eye. Because our current second flight back is going to cancel.
Where in LA, Mr.
Our layover hotel's in Manhattan Beach.
Nice.
That's not LA. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It is LA.
It is not. It's Manhattan Beach.
No, it is LA. It is LA.
Well,
Fuck, that's not fucking LA.
LA. Yes, it is LA.
Wait. Is it in LA?
Yes, it is.
yes.
Yes, it is in LA County.
Barely. Fucking barely.
Beach
We're
is
not
right next to LAX. That's why the Kitover Hotel is in Manhattan Beach, because it's close to the airport.
Do you know where LA
It's
County?
Los Angeles County.
Do you know where LA County ends? At the fucking county line, bro.
Yeah. It's in LA County for sure, but
Do you know how far that is?
LAX ain't in LA. Like El Segundo.
That's LA County.
It's not LA. Fucking Manhattan Beach is south of the airport to begin with.
You guys are not even fucking
20 miles.
I am from there.
Nobody wants to talk about LA either.
I'm from fucking LA, bitch.
Yeah,
They
you
have great
LA City.
And nobody wants to talk about LA either.
How do we turn everything into an argument? Soccer.
Yeah, let's talk about the war. I hate the Persians. There. Is everybody happy now? Let's talk about
Manhattan Beach is its own incorporated city.
Okay, y'all are doing the knowledge thing now.
This is boring.
It's
let's talk
its
about
own
soccer.
Miami Manhattan Beach. It's its own incorporated
This is
city.
boring.
It don't matter.
And not part of the city of Los Angeles, but it
Don't
is.
get mad like we didn't want to talk about soccer.
This is
FBL.
boring. I didn't even want to talk about soccer.
Yes, you did. You
Abdul, how you doing?
You said
How you doing?
One point. I ain't making.
Who do you pick in the World Series?
Just like
Who do you pick in the soccer World Series?
We lost the room.
Have a whole conversation about soccer.
Just like that.
I'm going with with friends.
Talking about the World Series of soccer.
Oh my God, that wasn't a real question.
Mr. Finn, enjoy your stay in the city of Manhattan Beach in the South
Did you
Bay.
see the soccer stadium?
You're gonna love it out. Manhattan Beach is beautiful.
I will say Manhattan Beach is beautiful.
Hey, Matt, I want to go to Monterey. I want to go to the Monterey game.
So to be clear, Dewey, we're landing in Lax. We're landing at Lax Airport in Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Which that is the airport that serves the Los Angeles metropolitan region
With
all the surrounding cities.
With that horrible design.
Best city.
I don't know about that. I can't speak to John Wayne.
I fly out of Burbank every time.
That's airport code, Matt. That's airport
Fuck
code.
LAX.
What is the airport called? What is the airport called?
The airport code is
Los Angeles.
a three-digit. Yeah, it's like LAX,
What is the
JFK.
LAX.
Los Angeles International Airport.
The X is for international. Talking about this, bro. This shit boring, bro.
No, Mike, you're wrong. The X is for Christmas.
Mr. Finley, he want to talk about airports.
Nah, Mr. Finley was just kind of
Hey,
late.
Mr. Finn, do you know about how
I will say
SFO is trying to sue the Oakland airport because they want to put.
Are y'all trying to kill the room today with dumb conversations?
Oh,
about airports and soccer?
I thought maybe Mr. Finn would have
they
a
wanted to
philosophical
negotiate
stance on it.
On SFO.
Oakland Airport wants to change their name to have SF as like the call. You know, like SF's Oakland.
Oh my God, that's so riveting, Dewey. Tell us more.
Stop talking about it.
What's it?
The Sanford Airport is Sanford, Orlando.
Is Matt still here? Matt, are you going to go see Senegal and France in round 2?
Now we're going back to soccer. Now y'all are trolling me. Now y'all are trolling me.
No, she
I want to talk about Silver's car.
There's a lot of drama.
Let's talk about.
Let's go back to the war. Who's winning?
I got you, Dewey. I just looked it up.
Go ahead.
So yes,
Trey wants to talk about PTO.
United States is.
Oh, cars.
Yes, done.
My question was,
Oh, that was a question.
my question was,
Nathan?
I saw something that said they wanted to negotiate with Vance and they got their wish. So did Vance go there? Was there negotiation with Vance?
He went to
That's what I just talked about. So negotiations have moved beyond the general discussions, blah, blah, blah. We already knew that. But it said Strait of Hormuz tensions. Oh, shit. I'll have to follow back. Trump said American forces have started clearing the Strait of Hormuz. Iran claimed that an American vessel turned back after the warning, while the Wall Street Journal reported several U.S. Navy destroyers entered the strait for the first time since the war began. The U.S. described it as an operation focused on freedom of navigation. Iran reportedly threatened to attack the ships, accusing the U.S. of a ceasefire violation. So we are winning the military war, but we have not settled the strategic side of things. So yes, we're quote unquote winning, but we got to do this point because Iran's the only thing they have is this Strait of Hormuz. So if they release that, then yeah, it is. Agreed, Mr. Finley. But that is
Let me finish my point before I go to major tickets.
That is the only point of leverage they have.
The Camaro, you guys got me all the way.
The Camaro is
You got me all
2028.
Oh, is that shingles or shingles?
It's okay. I was trolling.
Don was swinging like, are you sure for him, Don?
Hey, Don.
I was trolling, Don. I said the Camaro is coming back in 2028.
Guess
Go ahead, Don.
The Camaro is listen.
That's right.
What do you think this will do for Vance as he runs for president?
Make him wear eyeliner. Make him wear more eyeliner.
Why does he wear eyeliner?
He does wear eyeliner.
Because he's ugly.
But this will look great on his resume moving forward.
Donnie will depend on the person who plays it. it would depend on how he plays it and how he framed it, and then the result thereafter.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ball's gonna be in the air for a while.
Vince is in a really good position to solidify himself as like a great leader, because there was an article in the New York Times where he was among the only one who opposed the war.
That's a fact,
and I think that's going to play well for him. Yes. Where he can say, you know what, I was my own man, but I did follow and be part of the team. So he plays either way. If this shit is not successful, it's for him. If it also failed, he also can say, listen, I was against the shit from the beginning. I think he's in a really good position.
Yeah. Something really interesting that's happening too is that if you
He's a
look
flip-flopper.
Cars? Yeah, something really interesting that's happening right now. If you
Cars.
What is that? Why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, so something that's really interesting is happening right now.
It's called Miami.
Stilgar, we can't take you seriously with a cupcake. I love your name. Go back to your old PTR, please.
No. The pink cupcake is here to stay.
So like something really interesting that's happening right now, right? So like something really interesting that's happening right now.
Cars.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Nathan got fucked up by Shy yesterday, and the whole room turned stomping on his corpse.
Damn.
Because I was like, yo, that's fucked up, bro. Even Lion got in there, bro. He was all, "You're my dog, Lion, bro." And Lion kind of told him, like, son, you gotta turn back around. We're not done. So now he got a grudge. Anyway, something really interesting that is happening right now is that Trump right now is that Trump is melting down on fucking True Social. I say that tongue in cheek, but he's like turning on Tucker Carlson, calling him low IQ, saying that these people have been against it for years, right? But that's like not the case. So on True Social, you have keep saying, "Oh, this is why I don't stand. Like I'm stopping. I'm not supporting you." Anyway, speaking about those people who are criticizing them, is that they're not going after JD Vance. They're just going after Trump. And I think what that's kind of doing is setting up so when JD Vance runs, right, to support him, right, kind of making like this difference between Vance and Trump, right? I think that's what's like happening.
I've been saying this for years, Inca.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
They have to separate Trump from Vance so that Vance will win, because Trump's such a fuck-up, loser, piece of shit.
But is the tension real, or are they just doing that so they can have a scapegoat? Like Trump said, if they're going to go well, it's on me. If they go sour, it's on them.
Did someone say cars?
Four-door Camaro.
Did he really say
That didn't matter.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, in a joking manner, man.
Jesus Christ.
You do have to admit, as far as presidents go, he is the funniest.
For sure.
Four-door Camaro's quick.
I like George Bush. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's a fact.
We're gonna
It's going to be a four-door?
No, he's trolling.
Next Camaro is four-door.
No, watch this drive. That's a good one.
Stilgar, did you say that Knowledge shared his pink cupcakes with you?
Wait, did someone say cars?
Yo, can we not do the meta right now? I'm gonna start trolling you, bro. I'm gonna start trolling you.
But I think a pink cupcake looks more
Y'all already
appetizing
killed
than a
the
blue
mood. Just
cupcake.
go ahead now. Let's talk about
I know, right?
It's dead.
So the Oakland International Airport, right?
No,
They
pink
want
cupcake.
to.
If you a pink cupcake is like, I think the color red and green they use because it creates more of a desire to eat. So like we would want to eat the pink cupcake.
You know,
I have my feelings, but I can't share them on the
cupcake that tastes like a blue cupcake, or would you rather eat a blue cupcake that tastes like a pink? That's almost like cars.
No, I want like you eat the frosted.
International Airport in Oakland, San Jose, and San Francisco.
Because there's 80 million people. Yeah, I'm just saying because there's a major. Because there's different cities that are very far apart.
Much further SFO is for me than SJC.
It's like in San Jose, it's like a 2-hour drive to someone in San Francisco.
And how much more inconvenient SFO is to get to than SJC for me. I have to cross the bridge to get to SFO. I hate going to SFO.
Crazy. Coming from I live in New York. You think from Long Island, I have to drive 3 hours to go to JFK.
Why don't you go to LaGuardia or the
LaGuardia's not international.
Oh, LaGuardia is not international.
New York is whack compared to California. That's why.
That is true.
International.
LaGuardia's not
Okay, going back to area. Y'all really determined today, huh? Y'all are determined.
Is Newark international?
Yes.
I'm gonna get an MR too.
And wait, Mr. Finn, is LaGuardia international? The record?
No.
That's surprising.
I've gotten laid with
It's
like
too
people
small.
talking about cars and shit. I haven't gotten laid telling people about the LEX and SFO. I didn't have
Have you tried it though? Have you tried it?
I haven't. No, because I suspect that those people are artistic, all right? Wear glasses and a punch drunk. Okay, that's
Hey.
a graphic site.
Have you ever had sex with a woman who wear glasses? When them glasses come off, boy.
Hey, Dewey, the
They
one
can't
was
see
too
shit.
small for
Yeah,
you to
yeah.
watch on.
We don't be playing when we take the glasses off. When we take the glasses off,
Honestly, I prefer Newark the most when I go in and out of New York.
Because United is their hub and it's the best.
Yeah, that's why. It's because of United. That's why I disrespect. It's because I love United and I just can't wait to fly United.
I just need you to.
She will
I think you like it because of the bar.
She will.
I think Alaska.
She was
Nathan's like
no.
cars.
Cars get to some queen concrete.
Cars in the
Talk to
background.
concrete. I'm praying for chillism queen. Don't call my name.
Cars.
Yo, Finley.
Cars.
Finley, what's the word in the pilot community about the company Breeze?
Nothing. It's a great company. It's a great company. Where is it? Why is there a bird?
That's all.
Wait, what? Wait, where are those birds coming from?
Bro, they're always fucking, bro.
Wait, no, do you have a bunch of birds? Do you have a bunch of birds?
No, I just got a nice backyard with like some woods behind it.
Birds.
There's one name.
She will.
Those are the same birds all the time. Too.
It's a
soundtrack, Mike. It has to be. It's a
It
speaker.
has to be a soundtrack.
It's a
It's
soundtrack.
too loud, man. It's too loud.
She will.
That would honestly, if it was a soundtrack, I would give it up. I respect that. You sure to commit to that?
No, we want to talk about airports. We want to talk to
She will.
Yeah, they didn't have cars in the Bahamas, bro. Did they even have cars?
I guarantee
Yeah, did they have them in the Bahamas? Or do you have like?
Jacobus can figure out what we should talk about. Go ahead, Jacobus.
Oh my God! Don't do that! Don't do that!
No, he can do it.
Y'all know what? There's a lot of cars at the airport.
Yeah, they have a car service.
You know what airport I hate? Chicago. Chicago's a terrible airport.
She will.
Because of the cars.
Because of America. Jacobus, hell, no more trying to copy you, bro. He tried to fucking like me.
Which?
I don't know.
A Jew did it. I heard a Jew did it.
I said there's only one man.
Is anything real airport? They have.
No, I'm saying being funny. That's what it's trying. Airport is trying.
Well, they are doing right.
I have a question about the what's your Jacobus?
I'm not the Yeshiva because I want to talk about cars.
Let Mac go.
Please tell my name 20 times to let somebody else go.
The fact that he wants to talk about cars and not trannies is surprising. I'm down and trying to say Nathan, bro.
Nobody cares about your little cars, nigga.
Shut the fuck up, Nathan. There you go, Nathan.
What is this? What is this poll? What was it? Talk about days, special days. What is this?
No, cars.
Who's the cars? I saw Andrew home. Like,
What poll?
look up on top. It says
The mini debate. Yes. Special day. I don't. Who put this up here?
What the fuck happened?
Somebody. Wait,
How
I don't. The mini debate on the regular days. Bullshit. The special days. This don't even make sense. I don't understand that.
Oh, this nigga wrote this.
Left-handed motherfucker who writes close to the lead of a pencil put that shit up.
Yeah, that was an argument that Steve was having with Andrew about the nature of the law.
Would have been better if it was cars.
It would have been better, but you two gay cars, Nathan. You don't know about cars, Nathan. Probably Uber.
Yo, Nathan.
You're right, Nathan.
Yo, Nathan, you know what's crazy? While he was explaining this shit, it was so boring and mundane, right? But as soon as this nigga said cars,
I saw excitement. You don't see that his enthusiasm is a reflection of his desires and his hope. He don't see that. Like, look, it's so crazy. I don't want to switch it there, but like, it's so crazy. So, when I go to synagogue or show, right, them niggas is so boring. Like, they just read it. They just tell you the story that I read in the book, and I get more excitement from reading. And I'm like, damn, these niggas can't tell a story. But then, say, like, if I go to one of these pagan churches, them niggas be so excited. Like, it'd be about the most simplest shit. And I'd be like, damn, enthusiasm is a mark of oneself. And then when I look at my nigga Incan, he has no enthusiasm.
That's right. No enthusiasm for cars.
So crazy. Look, it's so crazy. Even when he speaks about the cars, there's no real enthusiasm behind it. And this is why I brought up to him before.
Yeah, it's unadulterated autism.
No, hold on, bro. Let me cook you. Look, remember, this is why I brought up to you before about the imaginary friend that you said you had. That turned into a desire that you had. See, like, if you have imaginary friends, bro, that's you saying, I want you to see me. That's what you're saying. You say, I want you to see me when you have an imaginary friend. But the conundrum is you can't see the imaginary friend. So basically, there's a part of yourself that can't be seen, but you want us to see it. And it's not behind cars, bro. You are more than a car. I want you to show us what Incan desires to be.
Yeah, take off that mask, nigga.
Yeah. I'm asking. Yeah. My mask isn't it? My mask is my little hat in the back, bro. I'm gonna say that. Number one, my badge is gold. Number two, cars are fucked. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Listen, it's all right. One day you'll get there. I pray that you'll will find the same salvation in driving that I have found. That's an individual journey. So Uber driver won't be able. The goal is that the Uber driver won't be able to provide that experience for him, right?
See, that's the flesh.
That's not gonna be on me, you know.
So Nathan, you said you want to take the mask off. Are you saying Molly? You saying Percocet? Molly Percocet?
Yeah.
Bro, that's the same shit. You know what I'm telling him? I'm telling him he's so accustomed to walking in the flesh that when his spirit wants to go somewhere, he runs to the flesh and think the car is going to move his spirit. But it's not going to move his spirit. The car is meant to move carnal things from here to there based upon force and certain mechanisms that I don't feel like going into. But his spirit, you don't walk in the spirit like you walk in the flesh. This is why his desires is overriding him. He no longer has a sense of self. He has a sense of want. That's fucked up. You should not be like that.
That comes from the characters, bro. Every character he puts on and plays in his daily life, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, at a base level, this is why I dislike Christianity and this is why I dislike the Abrahamic religions, right? Like
what the fuck?
The Abrahamic cinematic universe, right? Like at a base level. There's calm down. It's okay. Deep breaths.
Calm down, righty.
It's alright, bro. It's alright. It ain't no Star of David on your.
You said it ain't no. I'm gonna start calling little baby.
Calm down.
There's only one sugar belly, dude.
No, that's why I said the Abrahamic cinematic universe, right? Listen, there's this idea that there's something special, the soul, right? And it's separated from who you are, right? And so all that you do is you live a life where you think that what you do is separated from who you quote unquote really are, but that shit's the same. You sin against your soul when you eat bad food. When you do all these things, it's the same thing. It's this separation, right, that leads people to believe when they give you fat, a good heart that makes God happy. Fuck no. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's one thing. It's inseparable, right? That's why the hard problem of consciousness, quote unquote, is a thing. Because the real question is, where's the separation? Where's the separation between and that, right? And I think people who do that to have accepted a life where their body and their outer self doesn't have to reflect their inner values. And that's the real issue. That's the real sin right there, right? I'm not feeling it, Nathan.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it, bro.
Nathan, you know what it is? I was going from Phillies, you know what I was doing? I was studying the Word of God. I studied it so much, Nathan, that I became a Christian Pharisee. That's how much I studied it. So let me tell you this, Nathan. He brought up separation. He brought up separation, right? And separation, that's akin to the word Pharisee. Pharisee means the separated ones, right? Now, with that in mind, my brother, let's look at these separated ones.
Does it really mean separation?
Yeah, it's like the separated ones.
Did you just make that up? Pharisee means separation?
Separated ones. Like separated ones. Right? So you have these separated... You got these separated niggas, and they feel they are separated from you because they know more than you. They feel they have eternal life because they could read the scriptures, and they feel they could find eternal life in it. Now, me on the other hand, I'm looking at these scriptures, I'm analyzing it, and I'm saying to myself, God separated something in the beginning of the world, and that was the light from the darkness. And when he separated this light from the darkness, there was no moon, there was no stars. So this light must have been a light that moved like light and did what light did. But it wasn't necessarily the light.
That makes zero sense at all, bro.
See, so let me help you out.
No, think about what you just said. God separated light from darkness. Mm-hmm. You're saying that light comes from darkness.
No, that's not what I'm telling you.
You can't have one from the other.
Look,
they were not married.
You hear, Nathan, because we gonna be Jews.
I'm glad you're here, Nathan, because you tell me when I don't make sense.
Look,
Nathan, think about this.
Mike, let me throw that to Mike. Let me throw that to the right way, Mike.
Wait, darkness is the sense of light.
I know, Mike.
Right? So you can't see. You're gonna pause that, Jacoby. Throw that light. So why are you gonna pause that? Mikey, look. So look. To say, look. How about this? Do you want to go back and refine what you meant?
I want to try again.
What I said. Try again. Maybe a mistake.
Look, Mike. Try again, Jacoby. Let's go ahead. We'll give you that.
Pay attention, Mike. Pay attention.
Okay. There we go.
So what it's like God separated them at 3 from 0.
No,
what you said.
Pay attention, Mike. So,
yeah, you said no. I agree with you. No.
Remember what I told you in the sentence, Mike? I told you. I said God created this light, or He made this light without the sun, moon, and the stars. So we have to
agree with it. Claim. Look, here's what I want you to do. Let's think about the sentence.
Mike, this is what it says,
Mike, you gotta read it, Mike. I'm sorry, you gotta read it.
I'm just saying that. Look, me and you. Let's lock eyes right now. Okay, look. Can you separate light from darkness? Yes or no?
God separated the light from darkness.
Is it possible? Okay, so that means was light inside the darkness?
No. I see where you're making a mistake.
Yes, they were married.
So look, he said no. Nathan said yes.
Mike, look. Now I understand where your error is. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The world was dark and void. So the darkness was there, Mike. Understand what I'm telling you? So in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was dark and void. So the darkness was there. God said, let there be light.
Did God create darkness? Did God create darkness? Did God create darkness? Did God create darkness?
Yes, God created darkness, nigga.
Perfect. Okay, so we know God created darkness, right? Perfect. Now, did He create darkness from light?
No.
Okay, perfect. Now, did He create light from darkness?
No.
Thank you. That's why your statement doesn't make sense. Now go up, maybe.
See, Mike, this is where you got to pay attention to words. The scripture literally says He didn't create light. He let light be.
Interesting.
What you need to understand so far.
Wait.
What you need to understand so far, you have.
So wait, does that mean that? Hold on. Does that mean that light has always existed?
Oh, light has always existed. For it says, in God created the heavens and the earth, and He said, let there be light.
That's His definition of let there be light.
So look.
So by saying let there, that means light exists somewhere else.
So light is eternal.
Not the light with the sun, moon, and the stars, nigga.
Bro, is he giving light like an object property?
Mike, listen.
I think so.
No, this heretic.
Shut the fuck up.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
No cars.
Look at his spirit. It's getting angry and perverse. Like the Sadducees, right? You're not a Sadducee. You're a Sadducee. Because you're sad, you see.
Mike, understand this, Mike. Oh my God! Come on, man. Tell us about
Oh my God!
I'll go after my boy, man.
So look,
No. He's second in line. He's like, I gotta clean this shit.
Yeah, he would be second.
So Mike, look.
Okay.
So Mike, so look. The scripture says something very clear. It says, when he made the light.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, stop right there. When he what?
It wasn't created. When he made the light, it wasn't created.
So he made.
When I say by made, it means like in this world.
Wait. When you make it, right?
Not made. All right. So look, Mike.
See how you have sloppy choice of words.
Yeah, because basically you understand what the fuck I'm saying. Look. So
no,
Mike,
I don't.
Oh, so look. Let me just be clear, Mike. When God was in the earth, this was on day one. And on
you say you're unintelligent. Derived from unintelligent.
Oh my God.
You say you're not intelligent.
I said, come on. He said, let there be light, right? When he said, let there be light, on day 4 is when he created the sun, moon, and stars. So the light that you're thinking of is not existing right now.
I'm not.
The light I'm talking about is something else, Mike.
You could have you could have different variations of light. Okay, there's just two things. Light in any context.
So where is this light coming from, Mike?
Okay, the source is not what I'm talking about. Right?
No, I'm asking, where's the light coming from?
I don't know. You can do that, whatever you want. What I'm saying is this.
From something, Mike.
Does it? Okay, great. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Now look, what I'm saying is this, is that first, to say light comes from something contradicts what you said earlier, because you said light is eternal, right? Which means it always has and always will be. So that doesn't make sense right there. Second, what you originally said was this. Wait. You're getting nervous. Hold on.
When God speaks, where does it
You're
come
getting
from?
nervous. Don't get nervous.
When God
I'm on your side. I'm trying to help you. Look.
And I'm telling you, the light came out of his mouth.
Okay, perfect. So look, fine. So we all know that in some case, God created everything, or everything came from God, right?
No. God created everything, and not everything came from God.
Okay, what didn't come from God? Nathan, go ahead, Nathan.
He thought that was gonna be cool to say. He thought that was gonna be cool to say.
Yo, what is wrong with this nigga, man?
Cars, it's cars.
Yeah,
Nathan, he needs your help. Nathan, he needs your help, bro.
Oh my God.
Wait, I gotta respect my boy. Go ahead, Kitover.
So Mike, look, let me speak. Let me show you something, Mike. When I tell you, God said, let it be. When he said that came out of his mouth, right? So what we're saying is that light that existed before the sun, moon, and the stars was the word of God. So what we're saying is that when God spoke, follow me now. So when we saying when God spoke these words, that word is existent. That word is real, meaning that word was so real that it was light, right? Now follow me now.
So wait, hold on, just to be clear, and I want to pin you on this. Now you're saying the words are what is light, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So God's words equal light, right?
Not the light you see.
Not the light I see, but the type of light you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, is that the same light that you said came from darkness?
Light never came from darkness.
Bitch, that's what
I'm saying that. I said that.
Wait, Nathan, when you said you're saying that, do you mean that you agree with what he originally said?
I don't know. Did he disagree with me? I said yes. No.
You know, that's the reason why I unmiked. You know, everybody knows. You said light comes from darkness. I said that's like saying 3 comes from 0. Yes, you did.
Don't answer Nathan and say cars. Don't answer and say cars, Nathan. Go ahead.
That's what I thought. Look, hey, you know what, brother? I got mad love for you. I'm happy that you want to walk it back without acknowledging. I'll give you this one. It was a poor mistake.
No, it was no mistake, my brother. So look,
just say cars, Nathan.
Oh, let's see it.
Because of God.
Yo, what's up, bro? I'm in overtime right now, and bro, this shit has changed so fucking.
It's changed, right? Bro, it's like
it's crazy.
No, how long have you been here?
Like maybe a couple minutes.
Okay, I heard that. Okay, go ahead.
I thought he meant in America for a second.
I just left the job site. I'm down in overtime, and bro, this place is becoming beautiful. I can't believe it.
It's a totally different place, bro.
Yeah. And your mic. I never said darkness came from light.
Yes, you did.
You said light came from darkness.
No, I didn't.
Light was in the darkness.
Yes, you did.
Nathan just told you he said that, nigga.
No. Nathan just free, bro.
Nigga, no. Pay attention.
Yeah, bro.
If God tells you, right, in the beginning, the earth was dark and void, right? And he tells you right before that he created the heaven. That means he created darkness, right? And that the darkness was on the face of before he said, let there be light. But that doesn't mean the light came out of the darkness.
I understand.
Light came out of God's mouth. That's why we say the fact that the word of God.
Like saying a lot of words is somehow.
Oh my God, that means you're not listening to me, Mike.
It means I'm not listening to you. You're right, because I know the only thing I want to focus on. Well, now it's not fucked up because if you know I'm not listening to you now, then don't waste your words. We're gonna focus on one thing. You said the light came from darkness.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Let me ask you this.
No, I didn't. I said the light came out of God's mouth. He said, let there be light, nigga.
Now, you eventually said that. Let me ask you this. Do you think that light can come from darkness? Do you think that light can come from darkness? Okay, perfect. Nathan, hold on. Nathan agrees with that, right? But Nathan, did you hear me early on disagreeing with that?
Yes.
Perfect. And the only reason why I would disagree with that is because I'm disagreeing with something that Jacoba said. So go ahead.
Sorry, Mike. Can I hit the argument? I missed.
So Jacobus was on his rant, and he said that like.
Let me tell him the rant.
No. You obviously are gonna make something up. He asked me too, bro. He said, Mike, can you tell me the argument? Mike. Right? Okay, so calm down. Don't be nervous. You're going to have your chance. And Nathan's going to help you. So look, he was saying something. I wasn't really paying attention, but what caught my ear is he said that light came from darkness. And then later on, we're going on. Okay, so now he's being poetic. Now he's... Look, Nathan confirms now that you said it. He just thinks that you're being poetic. You're saying now that, no, I didn't even say that at all. So you had a problem with this. Nathan tried to give you a way out, bro.
No, I only said that to say he wasn't making an argument.
Oh, but he said that though, right, Nathan?
No, I didn't.
He took it like when you confirmed that. Did you say that?
Forget about the meaning of the words. Did he say those words?
Can you just take your mask off, Jacobus, please?
You don't think so? So then let me ask you this: why would I disagree with something that he never said?
Because you were trying to pin it on him, and he like before, like I said.
Yeah, you're right. I was trying to. I was trying to pin it on him.
He kept on saying that, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say like came from.
No, he didn't. But he said that he was denying that it could be the case, right? And then he started going with this idea of dark and light. But let's hear this. I'm more interested in what you have to say because you think it can happen. Go ahead.
Yeah,
light comes from darkness.
Yes, when the Bible talks about it in the beginning, right? It was a void. Things were unintelligible, meaning that you could have contradictions, right? So you had light coming from darkness. Which is sounds like a contradiction.
That's already wrong. Because you're referring...
I want to hit this. I get the argument so far. I go after you.
Okay. So prior to saying...
Hold on, not you. I want to hit Nathan's full argument.
Okay, go ahead. Do you want him to finish, or do you want me to tell where I think he's already...
I want to hear him finish.
Okay.
I go after you, Mike. After you go after Nathan.
Go ahead. So go ahead, Nathan. Go ahead.
You have things unintelligible, right? You have things like light coming from dark, right? Or dark coming. Before God came down and he made it like what we see on day 1 and day 2, there was this process. And when he took light and he said, let there be light, that's when light, right, emerged, and there was a separation between light and dark. Because at one point, they were just together. Because the earth was void of intelligence. And I think that's what Jacobus was trying to describe.
Okay, so you're saying that light came from darkness because there are contradictions.
Oh my fucking God. I'm not talking to you, bro. I want to hear more.
Settle down, Jacobus.
Just to kind of wrap it up, you're saying the reason why light was coming from darkness at one time was because that there was contradictions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In order for there to be contradictions, you need to have some type of logical structure for contradictions to exist, right?
Yes. In order for there to be contradiction, there has to be the contradiction is because there's no logical structure.
No, if there's no logical structure, there's no contradiction. You need an axiom. You need axioms to determine whether there's things that violate the rule or not. A contradiction is a violation of the rule. So by default, you're assuming, right, that there was already something to be considered a contradiction.
Well, I guess that's the only way I can describe it in logic. But
okay, yeah. That means
I don't know.
Logic, I mean, you're saying logic existed.
No, I'm saying to be able to talk about it, I have to use words, right? And
why you guys?
And word follows like a logic system. So to me, to explain in the past when everything was void and describe it in the way, I have to use logic. But back then, it was no those.
So look, is what you're saying.
I'm not being like
is what you're saying is in the past there were
if you
no.
Wait,
hold on. You're saying that in the past there were no rules to the system.
Exactly.
Well, then how did the system even have those rules to say light and darkness were together?
God came.
Okay, so God made those things, right?
Yes, but he separated it.
No. Look, so to say that there's...
Oh my God. It was like that.
Wait, no, hold on. What do you mean? God created everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so God creates this unit we're going to call light and darkness, and they're together right now, right?
No.
Check me in.
Oh my God, get in there. I want to
go ahead.
Go.
How you was teaching me that night that the light already existed and
I'm not telling niggas, let me go.
Exactly.
Let me go.
I hope he says light has always existed. That's what he said before. He said light was eternal, and then fucking Incan comes off and says, damn, this fool's saying that light has an omni property.
Right? Let me do it.
Well, hold on. If that's the case, then that means Jacobus' poetic fucking darkness or light comes from darkness. Doesn't make sense either.
No, it's not. Oh my God, let me go.
Fucking heresy, bro.
Jacobus, you after knowledge, okay? You after knowledge.
No, I'm not Jacobus. Alright, so look. Go look at my nigga. So look what I'm gonna tell you. Look, God is good. God gave me a feature. So I was hungry for it. So look, this is the first verse in the Bible, and this is basically in the beginning. Watch this. I gotta do this, Mike. It's gonna make
bad, bro.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, if He created the heavens, that means He created the unseen things that's above there, and He created the seen.
God created everything. I get it. God created all.
Let me finish, Mike. Stop doing that demonic stuff. You're a true Christian. Don't do that. Look it. So now the earth is formless and empty. It's formless and empty now, but there's things in it. Darkness was over the surface of the deep.
That doesn't make sense.
Darkness is everywhere. Everything is darkness now. There's no moon, no stars, just darkness. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Mike, you may take that as fluttering, right? So, and God said, let there be light. And there was light, Mike. He didn't say, let's create light. He said, let there be light.
I know. I heard you say this already.
I'm sure that the light, look, Mike, hold on, Mike. This is the good part. So God saw that the light was good, Mike, and He separated the light from the darkness. So He brought the light into this world.
God. He just said it again right there.
Listen, Mike.
He separated the light from the darkness.
He brought it into the world first.
Okay, look. You heard him say it right now.
From the darkness, Mike.
Bro, you're making me watch I don't want to read the credits. I don't want to read the credits. Damn.
I ain't gonna read credits. Put that part. Sit down.
Listen.
So
God.
Let me finish, Mike. Let me finish, Mike. So here's what I just told you, Mike, right?
Yeah.
Also the firmament in that same verse.
Hold on. Jessica, stop being a woman.
What did you do? Trying to help you out, right?
Yes.
So look, what I'm saying is this, right?
You guys are all losing right now.
It's actually
I think you acknowledge as hell. You acknowledge as hell.
I agree, Mike.
Yeah, I think knowledge is really funny thing, bro.
Why y'all doing this?
Ironically, it was better when it was from cars. I think knowledge should tie this in, though. And I'm interested in how it was.
Can I fucking finish without being...
Can we let knowledge speak, please? You go ahead, knowledge.
Come on, we got cars.
Not the cars, the security.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, knowledge.
Can I finish? Why we got cars?
Come on, man.
Alright, I'll be back.
So I understand what's going on right now. Jesus made it clear said the darkness didn't comprehend that light that came into the world. And when Jesus said that, I thought he was being poetic. But now, I think it was being deep. For he's basically saying that when he said that God said, let there be light, right? The darkness cannot understand that. Mike cannot understand that. So I got to put some light into Mike. So Mike, look. God,
you're not putting in
ineffable, bro. God is ineffable. You cannot comprehend his nature and his being. But
then how did you understand that?
Oh, because it was revealed from that light.
So that means you have an understanding of his nature to say I don't understand his nature. There's something about you knowing something about his nature.
No, I'm talking about the light now. The nature of light.
Okay, the light that was never created.
What is the nature of light, Mike?
The nature of light?
What is the nature of light, Mike?
According to what you're saying?
What is the nature of it?
It's the word of
God. No. What does light do? What is the function of light, Mike? What is the function of light?
It basically I'm trying to think. I am a little stupid.
I know. I fucked you up.
Light.
That was a primordial question, nigga.
Hold on.
That was a primordial question you wasn't ready for.
Basically takes away darkness. That's what I was saying.
No, you a slick motherfucker, but I'm not gonna allow you to say that.
Wait, what do you mean? I just fucking took me. My brain glitched. I'm not that bright.
What you did there?
I know I give it off like that, but I'm not.
No, you can't give it up like that. Let me tell you why not.
Because it doesn't work out for your argument. You can't beat me.
Look.
You're not allowed to do that.
Let's make it simple, Mike.
I can't make it any more simple, bro.
Yes, you can. I'm gonna show you how. We're gonna use a
light takes away darkness.
Mike, when we look at a piece of pencil, a pencil with a piece of pencil.
See? A piece of pencil.
Fuck out of here. When we look at a piece of paper, right?
You did it again.
That pencil is to write with graphite. When we look at the light,
all the time, not all the time.
When you look at the function of light, it is to reveal what is in the dark and to reveal what is already there, to make you able to see. That is the function of light, Mike.
Okay, light is to reveal things that are in the dark. Great. I agree with you.
Right.
Okay.
From what you said earlier, right?
No. That's different from what you said earlier.
What you just told me the function of light was.
Let me ask you this. Is light the absence of darkness? Yes or no?
Is light the no?
Actually, it says that God created the two. It says God made two great lights. One, the sun and the moon, and it was to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness.
Ooh. Okay. So, does light the absence of darkness?
Now watch this.
It was divided, so. It's still it's like the light, like the darkness still is there though. It doesn't overcome. It's like God separated the two.
You can't separate light from darkness. That doesn't
God
make sense.
can.
No, that doesn't make sense at all. Especially if you understand it as light being the absence of darkness. That's what it is.
To divide the light from the darkness.
No, that's to divide it. What do you mean? To split it?
It says Genesis 1:18.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. That's a problem with your book.
It's not my book.
Oh,
so
you're reading it.
I'm reading it.
Look at your error, Mike.
We're talking about the Bible, right?
No, I don't know. Is that the interpretation of light? Is that the actual wording of it? Because that could just be a limitation of language. You don't split. You don't look. If think about this, if light came after darkness, then there is no dividing. So you're cooked right there. The only way you can say
it says that there was a firmament, and it says, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day and the night, and let them be for signs and the seasons for years."
Dividing the day and the night is dividing portions of the actual.
It says, "Let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven, give light upon the earth."
Yeah,
so it was.
Okay, so there you go. That means prior to light, there was just darkness, right?
On the earth.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where
he made the earth. He pulled the earth.
You guys are like so slow. I'm not talking about what he made. I'm saying whatever he made, earth, smurf, there was no light at one point, correct? That's going to be a yes. That's going to be a yes. And then later on, and then later on, God revealed light, correct?
Yeah.
And God revealed light.
And he separated.
God revealed light for the separation. And I'll tell you why. Think about this logically. If you have no light, that just means there is no day. You only have night. So if you reveal light, now you're splitting that day to where you have day and night. You're not saying that you're getting light from darkness. You're saying you're going to add light to a full-time dark fucking planet to where you have two sections. That's not saying that light comes from darkness.
No.
Checkmate. Check fucking mate.
I agree with that.
Yes, thank you.
Because it says that he made the waters, and he still didn't talk about light until he made the earth.
That's a pull for you right there. You know what? I'm gonna do my booty pusher for you right now, bro. This feels good.
No,
booty pusher. Is that where you just lay on your back and just squeeze your butt and lift your whole body up? Like, what is that? I love that.
Like, Mike, let's understand it like this. There's four things that's created in this sentence, I'm gonna tell you, right? Look, we got the earth being created, we got the heavens being created. Within the heavens and within the earth is darkness, right? That means he logically created the darkness, as you would say.
Logically.
Now, what I'm saying is that God didn't create light. And if you...
I know. He revealed it.
No, he did.
I'm not
He
saying
says...
Listen to what I'm telling you, Mike.
Oh, my God.
So if he has...
There are only so many options that you can pick from. If God didn't create it, he either revealed it, exposed it, showed it. It means
no,
something.
Mike, you got it wrong.
Okay, so look.
Did he create
Look. Think about it this way. No, hold on. If God didn't create it, what was it doing? Was it always there? Okay, perfect. Now, one more time. Everybody heard that. Now, are you saying that light is eternal?
Did it create it?
Is light eternal?
Yes, nigga.
Perfect.
Yes.
That means, okay, so that means, okay, look, is darkness eternal?
Yeah.
No. The first fucking sentence.
No, if darkness was eternal, that means you're... Think about what darkness is, right? In reference to, especially to God. And in reference to God, that's how he's talking about it, right? Again, light is darkness is the absence of light, right? So if you have eternal light, that means light is equal. That means light is equal to like God's quote unquote lifespan, right? Because God is eternal. Nobody ever created or God was never created or God won't ever go away. God's eternal. So think about this. If you heard him say this right now, he says light is eternal. If light is eternal and darkness is not, that means darkness does not come.
Well, it doesn't talk about eternity though here in this.
No, it doesn't matter. Now this is what I'm saying. Like you're going on Jacobus' thing. Jacobus made the claim that light comes from darkness, right? But he also made the claim. He also made the claim that light is eternal. But darkness is not. So think about his words only, not how you can make sense of something in your own way. Think about his words. His words is saying, look, one source is not eternal. The other source is eternal. But the non-eternal source, right, gave way to the eternal source.
I'm not saying that. You
the fuck out of here, bro. No,
this is really interesting because even Genesis 1:2 says, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Okay, right there, pause.
All right.
So now you know that God created the earth, right?
Yes.
And it was dark, right, Jessica?
And it was dark, yeah.
Created darkness.
But think about this. God created darkness, right?
Right.
Did God create light?
No, Mike. I mean,
so.
Create the moon and the sun.
No. This is what you want. No. So, Jessica, here's what I want you to understand. So what we're doing is we're not doing like an internal critique on the Bible. We're doing a critique on Jacobus's view. So Jacobus's view, he's borrowing certain parts of the Bible. So he's saying, hey, look, God created darkness. We heard him say that. We also heard him say that God, that light is eternal, right? Eternal is always there and always will be, okay? Earlier, he said that light came from darkness.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You son of a gun.
I did, Mike.
Jessica, didn't you hear him say that? Don't lie.
I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
God. I'm sorry, I don't remember that.
You guys, you know what? This is why...
You said that.
No, I really don't remember.
No disrespect. I'm not a good debater.
No disrespect.
Hey, Incan, you're here. Incan, thank you. I'm not looking at my phone.
He did, bro.
He did. Incan, based off of what I just said, does that make sense? For the non-eternal, yes, for the non-eternal
sense, dude.
Yes,
and if
thank you.
If anybody presented a defense of God like this, try to have like his
niggas got a lot.
It would just go out because like a necessary being, right? And we're just saying
like,
this is something like not something exists outside. It's super fucking.
I'm not trying to pull my great friend Nathan down with you, bro. Okay, he tried to help me out. You know what?
He said that's like a poem, bro. He tried to say like, you're being figurative.
Poor Nathan, bro. You're trying to pull him down with you, dog. That's disrespectful.
So Mike, look at it like
but he said he was a Pharisee. He said that. He said he was a Pharisee. But he's really a Sadducee. You know why? Because he said, you see, there you go. But
nigga can't even change the tone in his voice, even if he wanted to. That's so fucking crazy.
It's alright, bro.
See, this passage really reminds me of like the whole flat Earth argument. Alright, go ahead.
I think you're like a fake woman. I don't know why. But look, let me tell you. Oh my God. In the if God is saying He created heaven and the earth, He basically saying He created everything, right? That includes the darkness that He mentions in the next sentence. What I'm telling you is that when God said day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 1, He didn't have no moon and stars. It was on day 4 He has the sun, moon, and stars.
You know what the worst part is? You know what the saddest part is? Is that you think what you're saying right now is helping you. It makes no difference, bro. You like your words are not helping you at all. You're on a treadmill. You think because you're moving your leg, you're moving forward. Bro, you're not moving anywhere.
Why are you trying to stop me from speaking?
Because I feel like you're making me watch the commercial right now, bro. I want to watch the movie. You're fucking like watching
the movie.
Bro, I want to watch the movie. You're like, no, sit down. This is the best part of the commercial. The commercial.
Wait, so you stop me from speaking because you feel like you're in a commercial?
Yes. I want to fast forward this part.
That is weird.
Absolutely.
I paid for the fucking Netflix deluxe fucking combination to where there's no commercials. Go ahead.
Alright, so look.
He didn't pay you, bro. Don't let him use that bad argument. He didn't pay you.
Exactly. What the fuck?
I did.
All I'm saying is very simple, yo. Look, that light that God created in the fourth day.
I made it yesterday too.
As the light that was brought into the world on the first day. What we understand so far is that the darkness was already here. And that when He brought that light into this world, He separated that light from the light that I'm talking about now. That's not the light on the fourth day. That's
Exactly.
So now what Mike doesn't understand is that in Genesis 1, it is talking about different things because there's 2 types of creations. One in which Mike understands, man is made out of dust of the earth. The sun and the moon and the stars give light to that man that's made out of dust of the earth. But in Genesis 1, saying man is made in God's image. That's very different. The words are different. And also the function of the things He's creating before it is even created. This too, it says the animals was made out of the ground as animals. But then it says the shit is walking and the bird's supposed to fly and the fish is supposed to swim. So basically in Genesis 1, it is given the function of all the things that is supposed to exist, including that thing that came into this world, which is called light, which is not the same as light giving off from a sun, moon, and the stars, which is nothing more than a reflection of that true light that exists in the spiritual realm. This is what Mike don't understand. Mike, let me give you some light.
And look, when you say stars, you know when they get here? Cars.
He hit car.
You're Mike, Nathan heard it again. And Jacobus, let me ask you a question.
I think this is really interesting.
The light that's in the spiritual world, right? Not the light that we see, the pale imitation of it, right? Not that, right? Is the light in the spiritual world eternal?
Is God's image eternal?
No, I'm asking you a question. Is the light in the spiritual world eternal? 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 Is the light in the spiritual world eternal?
God's image is the light.
Is the light in the spiritual world eternal?
Is God's image made out of dirt?
Is the light?
Is God's image made out of dirt?
Is the light in the spiritual world?
You don't understand what you want to say.
Is the light in the spiritual world eternal? Is it?
Nigga, of course it is. Nigga, that's 7 days.
hands.
bro.
You
I'm
give
an
him my
educator, bro. I'm an
Yeah,
educator, bro.
that's right, brother. And he did it again, Nathan. He did it again, Nathan.
That's easy. Good job.
The light in the spiritual world is eternal. God said, let there be light. He ain't say let's create light.
Yo, you should have
God
not.
said let's create light, nigga.
There's no way I'm gonna let my fucking guys, Knowledge and Nathan, fucking jump on this grenade. This is Jacobusism. He's alone, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna let them do. I'm not gonna let you do that to them, bro. I hold them too high in the light, bro.
You gotta look at Jacobus just falling off the building in slow motion, going in the arms
Look, the dog, let me tell you this, bro. Look, let me tell you this, bro. When God brought that light into the world, people like Lincoln, the Dolphins couldn't understand that light. They couldn't comprehend.
Wait, was that light eternal? Hey, yo, was that light eternal?
Of course that light was eternal.
Oh my God!
He said was eternal. The sense, is eternal.
We're talking about the written scripture, bro.
Something that, yes, it was eternal.
Yo, bro, if we talking about a literary text, we can talk about what the word says, nigga.
Oh my God.
If something was eternal, that means it's past tense.
So we playing word semantics.
Yes.
Oh,
you especially, you started the game,
that's
bro.
what you playing.
You're the winner of the fucking game.
You playing word semantics.
It's like, it's not the light, it's the bright. When you fly a kite, like that's what you're saying. And that's what I mean. Because, you know, God was not made of dust.
To a 5-year-old, I'm going to do that to you right now. Watch this.
Let's see it. Let me see you fumble again.
Albert Einstein said if you can't explain to a 5-year-old, you know what you're talking about. So,
he also said that love is the greatest power on earth, and you don't listen to that.
I'm explaining to the chick you, Mike. Watch this.
You just ruined Albert Einstein's quote.
Watch this, Mike.
Oh my God.
Look, Mike. Look, Mike. When God creates sun and create moon, light come. But when there's no sun and no moon, where's the light? Oh, look. God said, let there be light. And now there's light. But that light don't come from the sun, moon, and stars.
That's like it's hard to.
Oh, it's true. God spoke it. God said, let it happen. And it happened so instantaneously.
God said, let it happen. Let it happen.
Are you trying to give your 5-year-old a list? Are you trying to give him a list?
No, he talks to a 5-year-old the way he'd speak to somebody like that. Don't understand English as they speak Spanish.
You go over there.
That's what I'm saying. You talk to a 5-year-old.
You go over there, you violate no.
Just talk to them like normal. Why would you talk to them like that?
Yeah.
So I got a question. If She-Wolf is there, She-Wolf, are you there?
A nigga who got kids want to know how to talk to
Yeah, let's give She-Wolf a chance.
She-Wolf, are you there? I have a question about Genesis.
You don't want to like.
You speak about what you don't understand. Because you don't have it. How can you speak about what you don't have? How can you speak about what you don't have? That don't make no sense.
You speak about God, but you don't understand His nature. You said it's incomprehensible.
And there are other parents that have corroborated what I just said.
Is there any other flat earthers that have questions?
Not your own. So you don't know.
That's fine.
Because you don't have
The covenant of circumcision.
Read that. Read that.
When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord of heaven said, I am God Almighty, walk before me and nameless. I will confirm my covenant between you and me and will be greatly increase your numbers. Abraham fell face down and God said to him, as for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you be called Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you.
Wait a second. He added the ham?
He changed his name because he's a new
He added pork.
Okay.
I think Abraham.
Let me see if Lemmy talks about when they cut it off. Okay, it says, every young male among you shall be circumcised. You are to undergo circumcision, and it will be the sign of the covenant between you and me.
Wait, was that the guy that almost killed his kid too?
Yeah, because God said.
Almost killed his kid.
So Abraham that almost killed his kid, he also is the one that chopped his skin off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every young male among you
Oh
who
my
is
God,
8 days old must be circumcised,
You know what? That
including
rule,
those
we're following
born
the
in
cycle.
your household or
We're
brought
following
in
the
by
cycle. Did you ever see the movie of what that fucking guy looks like? If you saw that guy in the street right now, you would call the police. old fucking like white
people that
tweaker.
come to your house, any uncircumcised
I do, so do you.
who's not been circumcised in the flesh will be
That guy got bored by himself. He looked at his fucking dong and he fucking just. That's a weirdo. I can't believe we're doing this. Oh my god.
Wait. Do you know also that he then takes his son and then he puts him on a pile of sticks and he's about to stab him, right?
That's what I'm saying. We
do that.
See?
And out of that voice, three of the Abrahamic religions come out, bro.
Think about the same. Nathan, imagine you.
He got
Nathan, imagine you all
he was
alone.
99 years old.
Imagine you all alone. And fucking, you know what's funny? I just saw a song that said Abraham. Does that say Abraham? Did I say Abraham?
Yeah, Abraham. Yeah.
Abraham? That was somebody that didn't name Abram just called a friend of mine's phone.
Abram.
Oh my
R-A-M.
god.
That's the original.
Oh my god. I swear.
Yo, and you see how atheism is like a self-defeating belief system? Those things.
And you think God doesn't exist? Give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah, absolutely. How about this? Nathan, imagine this. You're all alone by yourself, hearing voices in your fucking head. You're gonna call it God. You haven't taken a shower in fucking 17 years.
No.
You look down at your junk. You look down at your junk. You're like, I don't like this. You know what? And you cut it off.
No.
That's what happened.
Hey, for real though, let me check this out.
I hear God.
Hey, guys.
And God
For real though? Okay, real quick. Regarding flat Earth. Because here in the Bible, in Genesis 1, it talks about the firmament. It says, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.
Yeah.
And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament, under the waters which were above the firmament, and so it was. Okay, so the firmament, they go on to say that the firmament, and God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And then it says, God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear, and so it was. So what I'm saying is there a correlation there for flat earthers that the firmament, because it's like above, is that, because they talk about the firmament, these flat earthers, so I'm confused. I want to understand.
Take your time. 1 second, Nathan.
So is the firmament like the proof that the earth is flat? Because it is the thing that divides the waters, like the ice wall or whatever?
No. The flatness of the earth comes from like what God describes the earth having corners, like 4 corners and everything like that.
Yeah.
Where does it say that in the Bible?
Most flat earthers don't get there. Most flat earthers don't get the flat earth from there specifically.
So
Jehovah's light eternal. Let me finish talking, Jessica. So like if you take that, it would be kind of square, right? That's what has 4 corners. So there's what they'll appeal to is that there's a lot of civilization and culture that saw the earth as being flat, right? Round, right? So imagine what Job says, right? They don't take it to be a square. They take it to be round, like it's mentioned in the book of Job, as our president says. And then they'll say, they'll take this text and say, look, there's a firmament or something over it, which something also, a lot of civilizations, some of them Vikings, some of them like Native American as well, thought, right? And be like, look, this is what we're with the scriptures. The firmament parts can come down to how you interpret firmament. Firmament, there is, if you look at, if you have an interlinear, right, you're going to be able to look at that word and see how it's used in context. The word seems to mean the word expanse, right? That's how it's used. I think there's.
Well, it's specifically called the firmament heaven.
Yeah, but I'm telling you to look at I'm telling you to look at the Hebrew word, right? If you just try to make an extrapolation,
you see, bro,
based in English.
Now you gotta say go to the Hebrew. That's
because you
don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. You're confusing them.
It's okay. Listen. So if you look at it interlinear, how the text is written, right? and you just take the interpretation in English, what's going to happen is you're going to make like some wrong conclusions. So imagine me like relating a story in Spanish and then translating it, right? And then you make an extrapolation of what I meant because I chose that particular word, right? That's just going to come down to the function of translation. So if you actually look at the original Hebrew word and you look at how it's used in other parts in the Bible, or like the etymology of it, you'll have like a better case to say like this is what they mean by firmament. And when you do that, you arrive at expanse as a more concrete usage of that word.
So the word firmament in Hebrew, it means to beat, stamp, or spread out like a metal worker hammering metal flat into a thin sheet or dome. So the literal sense of the word I can't say is RAQIA, is something like beaten out expanse or hammer vault.
Yes. Expanse.
All right, so what's your name? Jessica.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
As a Jew, that's right. So Jessica, we have in our Jewish scriptures our own understanding. It's not like these scriptures where they jump from here to there, right? So let me throw this to you. There's 7 things where he created the heavens and the earth, right? That is the Torah, God's law, hell, the Garden of Eden, God's throne, the temple, repentance, and the name of the Messiah, right? Let me explain these things to you real fast as I can, right? You would agree that I don't want to say his name, the evil one, when he was thrown out of a certain place, right? He was said to go to hell, what you call Ginohim. The Garden of Eden. Only stupid people think that shit is on earth. That shit is in heaven. That's number 2. And then, in order for you to have repentance, right? Let's look at it like this. When God created the heavens and the earth, he needed a foundation. But when he created, the heavens and the earth just collapsed. So he needed a foundation of repentance, like exits and entrances, in order for people to get into that kingdom. So that means repentance had to exist before any of these things in order for you to make it. That means he had to put that tree in the middle of the garden in order for you to make it into God's kingdom. Right? So now, the temple, you have that being created before the heavens and the earth. You have God in the book of Ezekiel showing Ezekiel how he's building a holy temple. So, in order for you to understand these things, you got to go to the Jews. You cannot go to a nigga who is a Mormon like Deacon.
Well, it does say that the Hebrew conveys something more physical, concrete, than an English word suggests. Not just sky or expanse, but something closer to a solid, hammered-out dome arching over the earth.
And if you was to look it up, that came from someone called Jerome. Jerome was a Latin scribe
he translated it to Greek from Hebrew, correct?
Right, and that means if you was to go to the Hebrews, it's more in the Hebrew
translated from
look, now he wanted to talk. So now
it says that he translated it from Hebrew to Greek.
If you go to the Hebrew, it's an expansive thing. It's something that expands. So if you take both senses in, basically you would have something that it expands, it changes form, you can move it, and what Jerome is saying, you can hammer it, you can maneuver it. Think of it like metal when it is hot. You can form it into whatever you want. So whatever God did, he formed this thing that could separate the heavens and the earth. But one thing you got to pay attention to is that he said they would separate the waters from above and the waters below. So what that tells you is that there's water flowing. But the difference is when he said, let the waters gather. That means the waters are gathering in one place specifically on earth.
But wait, what if the firmament is the creation of our atmosphere around the earth?
It would mean expanse like I'm mentioning.
That seems like it makes more sense.
Yeah, all right, so look at this, pay attention. In Genesis 1, when it tells you it's creating things, everything that's created isn't created yet in the sense of how you understand it now. It's saying, let's make man in our image. That means man has 2 forms already. One that is made from the dust and one that you will call like your spirit. And that spirit represents us, like your character, who the fuck you are, but it's not your flesh. They're tied together. They're not one and the same. Say if I was to cut your hand off, Jessica, you wouldn't say, he cut me off. No, I cut your hand off. Your hand isn't you. You understand that in the spiritual
Only if I was in a car would I say that.
Yeah, but you understand that in a spiritual sense. So basically what I'm telling you now is that when God created the heavens and the earth, it's two places that are sort of linked. But you don't want to keep them connected because they may be different in nature. So you separate them. You understand this when he separated the light that came from him from the darkness in this world. So what that's telling you is that the things that come out of heaven should be separated from the darkness in this world. Meaning your flesh has a certain darkness to it that doesn't cohabitate with God. You understand that like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we look at the Bible, we need to understand that there's a spiritual realm and there's an earthly realm. And that something from the spiritual realm came into this earthly realm under the title of light. And that light is not the same as the light we know from cutting on a switch. The moon, the stars, none of that. It's different. Its nature is different. Its nature is pre-existent. Now,
I feel like the light is the moon and the sun, and that's what it's talking about. It's being divided by day and night.
Now, so Jessica,
that's what it says.
Now watch this now. Now, when you go to John, right, it says that light that was in Genesis is Jesus Christ. They don't want me to say it was. So that light that we're talking about in Genesis 1, John, the beloved disciple, the one closest to God himself in the flesh, said that was Jesus Christ. And I'm telling you too, Jessica, lean not on your own understanding, but trust in the Lord your God, who is Jesus, who is telling you that he is that light.
Yes, I'm reading it now in Psalms 3, or Psalms 4. It says, many are asking, show us any good. Psalm 4:6. Let the light of your face shine upon us. You have filled my heart with greater joy than when the grain and new wine abound. But I really like this passage here for you. It says, in your anger do not sin. When you are in your beds, search your hearts and be silent. I think that means more love. Y'all need to find more love.
Yeah, you heard that? She said, shut the fuck up from Dean. Go to sleep. I'll see you later.
She said, listen.
No, but it's true because while you're talking here, Jacobus, it popped right out on the page that Jesus' face is the light.
Oh, that was part of that sentence that you was saying.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was good.
Let the light of your face shine upon us, O Lord.
Do you think you can have too much love? You know, they say too much of anything is bad for you. Too much love is bad for you.
I think that what I'm talking about is love inside of your own heart. When you choose love every time, if you make decisions based on ego, based on riches or other false bullshit, then that's where you go astray. But if you always make decisions based in love, then I think that you're on God's path.
You know,
do you think too much love is bad for you? Do you think too much love is bad for you?
No, because love does no wrong to your neighbor.
I think that sometimes love can blind you, for sure. Right? Talk about that.
Jessica, just because you said that,
that means sometimes you shouldn't love.
No, I'm saying like it just depends.
Well, then, Nathan, are you on micing, or do you really just not agree with this?
No, I was off micing.
Oh shit! I thought it was.
Sounds like your kid's about to touch something. You're
So Jessica, look at this. I'm glad you said that. So it says, love is the fulfillment of the law, for it does no wrong towards your neighbor. So that means, like, what do you think that means to you, Jessica?
I mean, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. I mean, how much? I mean, that's a pretty big love.
He did not give his son, dude. He did not give his only son.
This light has come to the world, but men love darkness instead of the light because the deeds were evil.
It's like, think about it, bro. He didn't give us his only God. Like,
he was poet. That's what
okay,
God made only one son, and like, here, take them. You ever see like what happens when
loved us because he created us.
You ever see what happens when like you see a bunch of hungry dogs just throw a piece of meat? God's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a son.
You know what?
There you go.
You know what?
Everyone who does evil hates the light,
Mike is like the
and will not come to the light for fear of his deeds will be exposed.
Wait, say that again. I want to hear Nathan say it one more time. Hold on, I want to hear what Nathan said.
He like the people that watch a movie and like, I don't make any sense. There ain't no way a person could jump over this. It's just how it's going.
You know what? Hey, I love you, brother. You're right. Like, when I watch something fake, I shouldn't spoil it. So, yes, I'll go on with your fakeness, man.
But whoever lives
while the story is told, but don't get
comes into the light so that it
Hey,
may
Mike,
be seen
don't ruin the
plainly.
fiction.
And
It's
what is
fiction.
done has been done.
You know, Plato actually has to take on
Listen to your
poets. He said the poets out there, right, are the ones out there leading all the kids astray. Because what they do is they romanticize these serious things in life, and they make it so unbelievable. But to an uneducated person, it may sound real. And you know what I remember? Yo.
I can
I don't know if you're. I was going in and out. Do you think there can be such a thing as an autistic poet?
Autistic poet.
Well, sure.
I guess that could be like a movement. Yeah, it could be like a poet movement. Saying that, hey, there's no metaphor. There's no, it's not like it's the hyper realistic. Yeah, so yeah. But I was saying this, Mike. Look, Plato had a critique about poets, right? And his critique was that the poets out there are corrupting the minds of the youth, bro. He said they tell us these flowery stories that have us believing all these things. And for the kids out there, they actually think these kids are true. Believe into them. And then
he's true.
Like thinking about it. Yeah. Because this critique was like about like, you know, he had a problem with religion and all that other stuff. And that was one of the things. And
that's how all the traits that came out through poetry.
No, just about everything you enjoy. Like the movies, like, you know, like the cartoons and all that other stuff. They all are like the poet's responsibilities, bro. You know?
No, real talk, I love fiction. I love superheroes. In fact, I don't like when the bad guy gets even hurt a little bit. Like, so I appreciate the most fictional stories.
So, talking about the poets, I remember this song when I was growing up. And y'all probably heard it. It was from Boyz II Men. It was made in 1999. It's called The End of the Road. Anyone ever heard that song? One second.
That song is good.
Yeah, but listen to the lyrics. I'm going to read a few of them. Listen to them.
It's unnatural. You belong to
you.
To you.
You guys are ruining Nathan's submission.
Can you just fucking finish?
They're just being rude.
Yeah. Can anyone hear me? Am I good?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. So, girls, I'm here for you. All those times of night when you just hurt me and just run out with the other fella, maybe I knew about it. I just didn't care.
Nathan, I won't go after you.
You just don't understand. I'm here for you. I'm not out to go out and cheat you. Sorry, I'm not out to go out and cheat. Maybe I'll forgive you. Just like you did, baby. That's all right. Hey, I love you anyway. And I'm still going to be here for you. Till my dying day, baby. Right now, I'm just in so much pain. Because you just won't come back. Back to me. So y'all heard that. That song was about a girl who cheated on him. And he's forgiven his girl who won't take him back. And that song, I didn't know that. But that's what these poets do. These poets will help you sing for a girl who out there each night and be like, you know what, baby, forgive you. I still take you back. That's the poet.
Alright, now Nathan, you heard what you just said, right? That beautiful, I ain't gonna cook it, but it was nice. That all the words you just said, right, in the song. The nigga was singing about a woman. He was talking about a woman. I can give you numerous verses where men or God spoke like that about men.
Yes, so many.
And people will take those verses and not understand them. But they understand when a man loves a woman and how he behaves over a woman. How he gets sick in his tummy. Oh, he has grief. Oh, he has all these feelings that they can name, that they experience even right now in this room. But when David sings about God in the same manner, it is honorable. It is beautiful, for it is. When I see niggas, like you just said, reading those things and singing that, I hear simp, I hear sucker, I hear a man worshiping God's creation more than God, and I'm seeing what happens when a man does it. And I'm saying, look, he is singing through his sins what he is going through and how he doesn't want to leave. He'd rather stay in that sinful life. That's what I hear when I hear that. But Mike doesn't comprehend that like that. Incan doesn't comprehend that like that. They say that shit makes sense. So when I tell them that the light existed before the sun and the moon, it don't make sense to them because the darkness comprehends it not. And it hates the light. It is disgusted by it. So when the truth is revealed to them on the day of judgment, it is they who I have to say.
I lost the argument not because I explained it badly, but because you're
You can't even change the tone of your voice.
Also, these songs were all made up for women by men to sell to women. I mean, that was their crowd. You know,
No,
was
they were
women.
made for men to give to their women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were for
Yeah, they
women.
weren't made for women, they were made for men.
The male lovers on the down low are finding out things.
Anyways, I really love talking about the Bible. I just want to say.
Jacobus, do you like it light or dark?
I like the light.
You like the light when it comes in you?
I like the light.
When it comes in?
Jesus, Mike.
Now, I'm being poetic. I'm being poetic. What do you mean? Don't be a literal autistic. Wait. Jacobus, do you like when the light enters your body? Wait, Jacobus, do you like when the light enters your body?
No, the light reflects off of me.
No, the light does not reflect off of you.
This disco ball head ass.
Because I got the image of God in me, niggas don't reflect.
Jacobus, if you have the image of God, listen to my words. Turn on the holy mind, not your porno mind. Do you like it when the light enters your body?
Mike, I had to ask you this a couple days ago, but I
Do you like it when the light enters your body?
wait. I told you it is, but look, Mike.
Let me ask you this: Would you prefer the light to enter your body or some darkness to enter your body?
My baby.
Alright, what I'm about to ask you is worse than it. And I'm scared it's going to lead people astray. I'm scared it's going like that's why I was trying to ask you a couple days ago, but I was
Okay, we'll just follow Moses to it.
Cause people. This.
Jacobus is like an at least
Mike, you see how you understand. You say like, yeah, the light comes from the sun and the moon, and you could see it in that sense, right? What if I told you,
I never said that. In fact, I think that I can imagine. I believe that I could imagine a world that's lit up without any source that I could see.
Mike, understand what I'm saying?
Nobody, you somehow tried to like.
Topic right now. I'm not talking about topic right now. I'm talking about say like if you look out the window, you see
So
the
you
sun,
might argue
right?
with yourself. Cause
Oh my fucking gosh, fuck up. Yo, Mike, you see how you look out the window, you can see the sun right now?
I can't see the sun right now.
So what I'm about to
I cannot see the sun right now.
Right? So
I cannot see the sun.
fuck it, you can look out the window. Alright, but look. to you, Mike, to you, it would be poetic that a virgin birth, right? I agree with you. So to somebody,
I saw an episode on House where there's actually a virgin birth.
that's parthenogenesis, that's different. I agree with you. I'm talking about like to a regular person like me and you. We would look at someone and say, "Oh, virgin birth." The first thing me and you would say, "No, shut the fuck up." The first thing me and you would say, Mike, is somebody got her pregnant. Now,
yeah, and she's lying.
Exactly.
I think she's like a hoe trying to cover it up.
You think she's lying?
Not a hoe, but like she's trying to be like lie about something.
She did some shit that everybody do. She did some shit
that she's ashamed of, and now she's trying to blame it on nothing.
She's trying to use God to take away her sin in that sense.
No, I'm not even saying that. She's blaming it on nothing. She's like, I don't know what did it. Nothing did it.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So, exactly. So, in that sense, right, Mike? When the Jews say this nigga is the son of a Roman soldier, this nigga is a bastard, this nigga was a child of fornication, you can understand that through understanding that life that existed in the beginning of the world, then it wasn't pre-existent. It was based on the sun and the moon. So a part of you believes that Mary was fucking. Part of you knows, this is you, Mike. You believe this. You believe that Mary was fucking and she got pregnant with Jesus. This is what you believe. And I know that based upon the conversation we just had about the sun, moon, and stars, and the light being existent for the thing in the world.
You believe that too, dog.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
See how you said too?
You believe that. You're Jewish.
Mike,
you're Jewish.
Mike, did you ever
You're Jewish.
Mike, did you ever tell me this though, Mike?
What, did the atheist ever tell you that a fucking woman got pregnant by fucking God? No, an atheist wouldn't tell you that.
But you never told me that, right?
No, it was
Mike, did you ever tell me that?
It's not like, it's not hard to fucking put together. Somebody that doesn't believe in God. Okay. How'd you explain the pregnancy? Well, they probably had sex.
Mike, did you ever
Did I ever tell you what? Tell you what?
That seems very unlikely.
Shut the fuck up. You believe Jesus' mother was fucking and she got pregnant with Jesus?
No, I never told you that.
But you believe though?
Yes. It's very.
That's what I'm gonna say to you, Mike. Because that's hold on. You not that's Mike. That's based off you not comprehending that light that entered this world through God's mouth. That's
yeah. The same light that's entering your butthole right now. Look, listen.
So what I think there, Mike?
If I'm not believing, I guarantee you don't have a brown butthole. Actually, you might have a brown one because you tan so much with the sun.
I'll go to hell.
Hold on.
I will go to hell if I let you just keep thinking that. If I don't finish what I was saying, I'll go to hell for that. Don't let me go to hell. So, Mike, look at this. You see how I don't
believe in hell.
Alright, well, hell existed with the Messiah's name, the temple represented for the creation of the world. So
wait, Jacobus, let me ask you this. Hold on, let me ask you this. We're going to go based off of likeliness, because I don't think that you can know for a fact, right? If somebody doesn't believe in God or any type of divinity, right, and someone makes the claim that God impregnated me, do you think that they would believe that the person was pregnant by God?
The Jewish people would.
No, you skipped a part. Do you think the person that doesn't believe in God would think that the person was impregnated by God?
Only Jewish people would believe that.
Oh my God. You're being this way.
I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, only Jewish people will believe it.
No, look, I'm giving you a conditional. Hold on 1 second.
Why can't I say only Jewish people will believe it?
Well, because
see, what you don't understand?
It's conditional that if people didn't believe in God, right?
No, so think about it. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good one. You too. So look, you heard me out one more time, mate. Thank you. I will. So I'm going to ask you this one more time, right? It's entailed, right? So look, if somebody, hold on, hey, hold on. Don't get nervous. Look. Okay, thank you. You gave me one. I don't remember it, but I'll give it to you. Listen, so that means you know what it sounds like when you hear it, when you know why you're saying it. Look.
What are you talking about?
Okay, if somebody doesn't believe in God, I just want you to think, what's the likeliness of this occurring, right? So person A doesn't believe in God. Person B comes up and says, look, God impregnated me. Do you think person A is going to believe that God impregnated person B?
Only
yes or no?
Society, nigga.
Yeah, no, I didn't ask you. Yes, an atheist, right? A non-believer in God. If a non-believer in God.
Say a Gentile.
If a non-believer in God.
Say a Gentile,
right?
nigga.
If a non-believer in God.
Say a Gentile,
right?
Mike.
If a non-believer in God.
Gentile.
If a non-believer in God.
Gentile.
No, it's not Gentile.
If a non-believer. If a non-believer in God.
Isn't Gentile non-Jewish?
If a non-believer in God.
Jacobus, stop.
No, tell that nigga fix the fucking
they told you to stop. Yes, thank you very much. Jessica, let me ask you a question. Suppose there's an atheist, right? And an atheist is approached by an impregnated female, and the female says to the atheist, "Hey, atheist, God impregnated me." Do you think that the atheist is going to believe that she had sex or that God impregnated her?
She had sex.
Yes. So, Jacobus, when you're like, "Hey, you didn't tell me that," I didn't have to tell you that, moron. Look, all I have to tell you is that I don't believe in God. Therefore, if a person is pregnant and she makes it claim that God did it, you would just assume by what an atheist is that I don't believe God did it. And if she's actually pregnant, I'm probably going to think that she got penetrated.
And Jacobus, you can't say Gentile because that just means non-Jew.
A little bit. I'm gonna talk to you right after. Let me just.
No. He made a good point.
Me, Mike.
No. Hey.
I'm about to make it worse because you opened it.
No, you don't need to make it any worse for yourself. Today, you've been pretty bad.
Even a theist would think she's
I know, hey, Jacobus, I know you're standing up right now. Are you standing up right now? I know you are. Because I spanked your ass so hard today you can't sit.
What are you talking about?
I know it.
Wait, you don't understand, right?
Keep
That's why I told
walking.
you to say Gentile.
Walk it off.
So look, this is why I told you to say Gentile, right? So I understand that God wanted the Jewish people to know this message that the Jews.
Jacobus, is a Jewish person a Gentile?
No.
Okay, perfect. Do Jews believe that Mary was impregnated by God?
At Jesus' time, yeah.
You're lying.
Do Jews believe that Jesus is the Messiah?
Did the Sanhedrin believe that Jesus was born from a virgin birth because of God? Yes or no? Checkmate.
Of course they did.
Check fucking me. Checkmate.
Marco.
Hold on. I said nigga. Hold on.
Hold that for a second.
Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let Jacobus go. He's my good friend, and I love him. It's so natural.
So watch this, Mike. So if the Sanhedrin understood that John's testimony came from heaven, and they knew Jesus' testimony came from heaven, they understood that his birth was miraculous. They understood that.
Prove it.
Now,
Prove it.
Prove it? All right.
Prove that the Jews, the Sanhedrin, prove that the Jewish authority in that time believed that Jesus was anything more than just a man.
I got you right now. Watch this.
Go for it.
Here we performed miracles. So now, the Pharisees, they come to Jesus.
They call those miracles bullshit. They didn't believe it.
No. They come to Jesus.
Why do you think they fucking guarded the tomb? Why do you think they guarded the tomb? You know why they did that? Because it's like, look, dude, they're gonna fucking move the body. Like, well, you should put somebody there. They're gonna do some shit to fulfill this idea, right? That's why they said that. Why do you think they said that? They said that because they thought the Jewish people were gonna pull the fucking bullshit.
There was no.
They didn't believe it.
Mike, look.
Yeah, the Jews don't believe Jesus was anything more than a man.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm about to answer all
The Jews killed Jesus.
Oh my fucking God.
You got blood in your head.
It's time to go to trouble.
Hey, what's up, Cam?
Like y'all killed him, bro.
I'm just saying, brother, like, if you hear Jacobus, he's like,
Bro,
and I'm trying to pull him out of the water.
Just apologize.
Listen, Chaos.
So look,
Psych has been like smacking Jehovah's. Like when you read early church history, when one of these like Armenian Arius characters starts saying that Jesus is just a creation, and he gets smacked around, man. That's what's like as a Jehovah's. The guy like twice, man. Bro, Jehovah's is like on his third fucking heresy, bro. And he's just getting smacked up, man. It's crazy.
Yo, so Mike, don't put Incan in a position where I tell this nigga bet 500 on the debate right now and this nigga get embarrassed. Because I ain't gonna let this.
Bro, you're just gonna lose, bro.
I'm violating. So all I'm saying, Mike, let's have me and you have a discussion civil. Because you know me. I'm gonna take it different for this nigga. I'm not looking at him like a man, bro. Even if me and you having a conversation like a man. He think we playing. But look, let me tell you this,
He's
Mike.
a man. What are you talking about? He's a
I
man.
don't want to go there, Mike. I'm a Jew.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, hell no. You're not a, bro, Jewish.
Mike,
The
look.
Messiah, bro. Y'all don't got no space.
Mike, let me call my flesh. Mike, look. Let me holler at you, Mike.
Y'all killed Jesus.
No, Mike, you asked
We giving y'all niggas grace. Like,
oh, my fucking. So, Mike, look. To the Jew, Jesus was never buried in a tomb. A gardener stole his body. We throw this nigga in a pit pot where this nigga was missing for over 30 days.
Oh, bro, you're making up
that's why.
Mike, hold on, Mike. I'm trying to tell you something. This
Yeah, you're being too long.
I'm trying to tell you something, Mike. Hold on. So, Mike, imagine you telling me, yo, Jacobus, answer this, and I'm telling you, look, let me just give you my stance real quick. As a Jew, we believe this nigga Jesus wasn't in no tomb. The gardener that Mary saw was the nigga that stole his body and dragged this nigga in the fucking ditch, and that nigga was there for like 30 days. Niggas don't know. That's what us Jews believe, right? Now, watch this. On the other hand, you ask me where the fuck did they believe he had more authority than a man? I got you. So now, the Jews all around Judea, from Nazareth to fucking Galilee, nigga, to the Negev, they believe that John's back from heaven. This is a testimony all the way from fucking Josephus to fucking Bible, nigga. They believe this. Now, when Jesus and the Pharisees asked them, by who authority you are doing these things?
The Bible, the New Testament, are you talking about the New Testament?
Who the fuck is talking now?
I'm asking you a question. You said from the Bible. What Bible are you talking about?
Oh, the New Testament right now.
Yeah. Do Jews fucking subscribe to the New Testament?
What Jews?
What do you mean, what Jews? Motherfucker, I'm talking about the Jews at the time that killed Jesus and the Romans.
That is
No, what do you mean? Yeah, dude, bro, you're drowning, dog. They thought Jesus was a thug. They thought Jesus was a thug. They fucking sentenced him to death. They sentenced him to death for blasphemy, right? And then at the time, when there were fucking no Christians, you were by default Jewish. So therefore, to say Jews believe this, right? It's just a fucking it's a temporary placeholder, right? That's why fucking Jews left Christian, Jewish people left the religion and become Christian, right? But that was only for those that believe. They didn't believe Jesus was anything more than just a fucking regular man at the time.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying that the leaders. You're saying the leaders of the Jews. You're saying the leaders of the Jews sentenced, gave Jesus to people that they knew would kill him.
That's not what the fuck I just told you. I didn't tell you that.
Jacobus, if you were around, Jacobus, if you were around, I have a question for you. If you were around at the time, Jesus was alive. If you were around at the time, look, this is going to help you understand you a lot. If you were around at the time Jesus existed, would you be siding with the Jewish authority or with Jesus? Who would you be with?
All right, so
Jewish authority.
Pharisees asked Jesus.
You would. You know how I know that? Because when El Normo comes in here, you side with him. You fucking sided with Jeffrey Epstein. You said he had a beautiful mind. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Mike, you asked me a simple question.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein had a good mind?
I'm scared of the answer, Mike. I know you're scared of the answer. You said, yo.
What do you mean I'm scared of the answer? I'm not scared of any answer, bro.
Mike, you scared. You asked me, the Pharisees at the time of Jesus, no, he was moving with more authority than a man.
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you this. If you were around when Jesus was there and the Jewish authority was there, who would you side with?
Go back.
Why do you want me to answer? Hey, I promise you, if you answer my question, I'll go on mute.
Who would you side with? The Jewish Authority or Jesus?
Go to the second.
No. I promise I'll go on mute.
You said, you said that the Jewish authorities know.
No. That's a dumb question. Let's go on to this. I just want to know this. I want to know how Jewish you are. If you were around at the time Jesus existed, would you be siding with the Jewish Authority or Jesus? Who would you stand with?
As a Maccabee, I would have sided with Jesus.
Who would you side with?
As a Maccabee, I would have sided with Jesus.
You're lying. You denied my testimony, bro.
That's a Mike. Hold on for a second, Mike. Hold on for a second, Mike.
We heard you deny testimony here.
You know what I lied about?
Bro, you denied my testimony here. Imagine if Jesus
Then there's a liar. Tell me what the fuck I lied about.
You would not believe him.
Then there's a liar.
Come on, bro. You proved this like weeks ago.
Then there's a liar. Or tell me what I lied about.
Bro, you didn't believe my testimony. And I was being dead eyes. Imagine if he were to speak to you. You would not believe him. You would not believe him.
Shut the fuck up.
You would not believe him. You would not believe him. Stop trying to angle it. Stop trying to
what I lied about.
Stop trying to move the goalposts. Nobody, you're
Tell me what the fuck I lied about. You just interrupted me to say the COVID just lied. And I'm telling you what the fuck I lied about.
I'm saying, stop trying to lie and say that. But I'm saying, you heard what the fuck I said. That's why you're yelling like that. That's why you're yelling like that. That's why you're yelling like that. Because you know what I'm saying is accurate. You know what I'm saying is accurate. That's why you're yelling like that. No.
Nobody understands what you're saying. So what did you call me?
I don't believe you, bro.
Exactly. You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that because you denied the testimony anyways. What are you talking about?
And I'm asking you what the fuck I lied about.
Who said you? We're saying that statement that you just said. You're lying.
What was the
You would not believe him.
What was
you would not believe him.
Did I tell you what's going on? Yo, Mike, what did I tell you?
Come on, basically.
Yo, Mike, what did I tell you?
Somebody will come on here and tell him like their testimony. He will not believe him. So what makes you think he will believe?
Just ask me what I be following Jesus in that time, and I told you, as a Maccabee, I would have been forced to side with Jesus. That's what the fuck I told you. That means this idiotic Dominican nigga doesn't know shit about Jewish history. He doesn't know who the Maccabees was, who the fuck they was fighting. He doesn't
I'm judging you based on what you said.
That they was fighting fucking Pharisees.
I'm judging based on your actions.
All over fucking Jerusalem. He don't fucking know that. He don't know that Jesus was a fucking Maccabee. Celebrating motherfucking
I know what you said about That's what I know.
Nigga.
That's what I know.
Stop it, nigga.
That's what I know.
What the fuck you talking about?
Bro, you can get a lot of you like that.
You Dominican, nigga. Talk about the white nigga.
Why you
ever talk about the Bible, nigga?
Yeah. Now you crashing out because you know that I got you in the line. I got you in the line. That's it. I got you in the fucking line. Now you want to fucking yell, crash out. You want to crash out. Only a person that knows that they've been caught in the line crashes out like that.
You cry when you got the Holy Spirit.
Bro, you crash out because you mad because we got you in a lie. You contradict yourself. Stop trying to act tough. Stop trying to act tough. You crashing out. Hold on to your yarmulke. Hold on to that yarmulke because you crashing out.
I'll lay hands on you and I'll make
No, you will not, nigga. I'm in Battery. Matter of fact, I'm by Wall Street. You will not. I guarantee you will not. I guarantee you.
I'll baptize you and
I guarantee you will not, bro.
I'll baptize you.
You mad? Look. This is
piece of the filthy ass stinks.
Bro, I fear God, bro. I fear God.
I'll baptize you in all your
So what's up? I'm in Wall Street.
Nigga. For your filthy ass sins, nigga.
Yo, as you guys can see, I made this guy come out his body. This is a false prophet. This guy's not really like that. Exactly. He's not really like that. Jacobus, if you really want to smoke, I'm by Trinity Church, nigga.
So come to the beach so I can baptize you over there.
No, come to the Trinity Church so I can baptize you.
Nah, I'll baptize you.
That's all right then.
I'll baptize you.
You're mad because we having a discussion. Now you want to act tough. Like, bro, stop acting tough with people.
Nigga, I'm
I'll
tougher
smack
than
the dog shit out of
I'm
you.
tougher than you, nigga. You know why?
No, you're not. Nigga, I'll smack the yarmulke off your head, bro. Stop talking to me like that. I'm not a little ass kid, bro.
Talk to you like that, bro. I'm gonna always talk to you like that.
Man, listen, guys, yo, Mike, you already seen what I made this guy do. I'm not, like, what do you want to do, bro?
Salvation is to the Jews first, then
You're Jacobus.
That's why.
You either gotta relax, cause I'm about to get off of work.
Why?
You come meet me by the Trinity Church.
When I got the zeal of God, what are we down for?
No, you don't, bro.
Who Who the fuck are you for me to put
Bro, we call you lying. And then you got mad at me because...
Who the fuck you?
Yo, bro, you know what's up, bro. I don't even gotta argue with you.
Yeah,
not like that.
Jesus I heard of. I ain't never heard of you, James.
Yeah, you heard of me today, though.
I heard of Paul and Jesus.
Yeah, you heard of me today, though.
I'll whoop your ass, send you out the door.
So why don't... Listen, sir, we can do it. We can do it, dog. We don't gotta get violent today, but if you want that smoke, I'll make you never want to ask for that shit again.
Mike,
Guaranteed.
like I told you before,
Guaranteed, bro.
the Pharisees came to Jesus and said very clearly, by whose authority you doing these things.
Yo,
said, I answer you, you answer me.
My expression, I will fucking jump in your head. Relax, brother. Nobody wanna
By
do that
what
to you.
authority that John does these things? And the Pharisees refused to answer because if they said John did it, they would admit that his testimony came from heaven and that John admitted that he wasn't right. So therefore, the Pharisees understood his authority and they knew he had a more authority than a man. You see how I can put the word of God? Because I know it, I believe it. Niggas like this, they want it and they don't have it, so they starve with their hands up like a beggar. You fucking beggar bomb.
Yo, Tim, man, cook them birds, bro. Seriously, man.
When a nigga tell you you gotta calm down because he's threatened and you ain't using no violence, he's speaking.
Bro, at the end of the day,
The Bible say that a man's spirit for lying in the street and there is no lie.
but you crashed out. I wanna know why you did that. You know? That's because you felt, attacked. You felt guilty. That's why you did that. You feel me?
Then what?
At the end of the day, I told you where I am right now, so,
Then what?
I'm going to teach you the repercussions.
I lied, you can't say what I lied about. Then I tell you, did what?
You lied about what your decision would be. Extended until 8:02 p.m. I'm sorry, I'm literally getting off of work. If you want that, respectfully, bro, I'm not...
So you working on the Sabbath?
I'm not Jewish. Yes, I'm working on the Sabbath. I'm not Jewish. I respect your religion, but I'm not Jewish.
That's what Jacob is saying. He can't give you that work today. But
He can't give me that work today, but he wanted to talk about tough and stuff. It's okay.
No, tomorrow he'll give you that work. He just can't.
I'm not even, look, I don't even want no problems, but I will absolutely put hands and feet on this guy.
No, the thing is, he's not giving you problems. He's giving you solutions.
Hey, man.
He said that he was
Jacob is going to give you the solution to your problem.
Yo, Red Rum, you know what I got Mike mad about?
Mike, the atheist?
We got knowledge. He just hearing about battle raps.
So I was talking to Mike about Genesis, about that light that existed and all that before the sun, moon, and the stars. And when I made the nigga basically say he don't want to understand it like that, he'd rather understand the light coming from the sun, moon, and stars, I flipped it on him. I said, yo, if you believe that, you believe Mary was fucking niggas, and that's how she got pregnant with Jesus. And I asked Mike, did you ever tell me that? He said no. And from then on, Mike was heated.
That's a
because
crazy
Mike
comparison.
deep down in his heart wants to believe in Jesus, but there's certain stumbling blocks, such as he thinks Mary was fucking. So I knew I didn't want to do it to him. And from then on, Mike was angry. He wanted to speak. And then everyone on the sideline, they like, why am I like this? Mike, and he asked me the darkest question. He said, the Pharisees at the
I got this app that tells me what birds,
was moving
the different birds that are made
more than a man. And like, he didn't want to let me quote the story where John was saying, yo, by whose authority you do these things? And he said, if John's authority is by heaven, well, then where did it come from? The Pharisees ain't.
I don't know. Because I kind of lied. My wife has it on her phone. So I'm kind of lying. I say I have it. But...
No, that's cool. I'd like to know that.
And then one day Jacobus temple is going to come to light. They're going to accept Jesus.
Jesus.
So, Lucy, you have birds in Nigeria?
Hey, can we talk about? I don't know if we talked about.
Wait, I didn't hear like that. I love birds. Wait, I didn't hear like that.
No, we have a lot of birds. They're quite nice.
Yeah, but not robins though, right? Not robins. Do you have cardinals?
Robins in Nigeria. Yes, we do.
You have robins, cardinals. Do you have cardinals and blue jays?
Yeah, we have blue jays. Wait. Blue jays. I don't know about blue jays. I don't know about blue Blue Jays. Yeah, Blue Jays are badass. They're way bigger than you think, and they're badass. Isn't the Blue Jays like a baseball team for the Winnipeg Jets? Something like that, like a baseball team? Or they're in Toronto, yeah. Toronto. We have birds here, bro. Yeah. I don't know. There are a lot of species, but I mean, I'm not a bird expert. I know we have a plethora of bird species, but not a lot.
And you should get that app. I'm gonna get that app too.
What app is that?
The one
you
that
can just
Jim
play it from
Crow
your
had.
phone. Think about the app, dog. It records and it can tell the difference between the bird noises. You know, be like, they sound birds are chirping right now. They'll tell you which ones they are. That sounds like fun. Actually, that sounds like a fun app. I'm down to do it. Sounds
like a waste of time.
It's a hobby. Why you so good to me? Birds can't fly in the
Wait, birds can't be flying in LA? What?
Yeah, this is smart. Yeah, they're not like a waste of time, like some old man. It's not like a waste of time.
Y'all could do better in your life. Go out and fucking smell the roses.
Bro, if people can do a quarter, like collect quarters or coins as like a hobby, I can download a bird app.
Well, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. The people be collecting rocks and shit. I'm just playing.
You know what's a good one? Mailing stamps. I just got into that shit. I swear to God, I got through them. I just thought.
You know, my dad collected those starting a long time ago.
Bro, they're fun. They're fun. You know what else is fun too that I want to try? I want to get a ham radio. It's like
I actually have a question.
Get my license.
I actually have a question for the Americans. Squatters, people who like stay in a house for a particular amount of time, and after a couple of months or years, it's now their property. Can someone explain? Because if I find someone living in my property, that's squatting here. Yeah, but and they tell me that this is now my property, bro, I'm gonna elbow somebody in the chin. Like
it's not their property. They become a resident legally if they're because
not in Florida. Florida.
New York, if you connect the line,
I was just gonna say it's state to state.
You're never fucking living that house. You're never living in this place.
Okay, wait. Sorry. First question. How many states do it? How many states do it?
Wait, hold on. Knowledge. Didn't you hear about a story? Is it Arizona or Texas? That some guy moved into a house and after like 7 years, legally, the house belonged to him and all the neighbors were
so
mad at him.
Just to go back, I don't know the number of states, but every state will have different what's called tenants' rights. And so, like for example, if someone is living on my property, let's just there's different scenarios. One, let's just say they've been living on my property and they've been paying rent fine, right? After, again, depending on the state that you're in, when you do want to kick them out, there might be a process if they have been living there for a long time. You can't just like come in there and be like, sorry, tomorrow you guys have got to leave, right? If they're like, hey, I've been here for 10 years and I've paid rent this whole time, and there might have to be a process by which you can kick them out, as long as they continue to pay the rent of the agreed upon whatever, right? So another thing that you're pointing to is called squatters.
Yeah.
So squatters is slightly different. Squatters, like the base case of it is a person found that is essentially abandoned, right? That's like someone else can describe it then.
No, go ahead. Good.
That's why in New York they ask for 7 to 10 times the rent and your income per month before they let you move in. Because in New York, if you put the water bill or light bill under your name, bro, they're not gonna fucking kick you out for like a year and a half, bro.
Yeah. Once utilities are in your name, especially in New York, but again, different states. So squatters, we'll use Detroit as an example, right? If someone goes into a home and can prove residence there through mail or other things for a period of time, if nobody else has come to claim it,
then they essentially have the right to. They don't own it, like they cannot sell it. They don't have like a deed to then sell it out. But you can't kick them out. I mean, you can eventually, but it's a really difficult process. Wow. And again, they have because they proved that they were there, unencumbered for a period of time. Let's call it a year. You can't then come out of nowhere and be like, sorry, like you're gone. They've been like, bitch, I've been living here for a year, right? And I'm not defending it. I'm just giving the basic the overall justification of it.
It's right. Can you imagine you find out someone's living in your walls for over a year?
In your walls?
Yeah, that's squatting. That's considered another way of squatting.
I know, but again, if you live in a place where you don't notice somebody living in your wall for a year, then I would question how well you've been maintaining your relationship to that house.
But what's the difference between squatters and that what I said?
Who the fuck lives in a wall and it goes unnoticed by someone in that house?
In your attic or your basement, how do you not know they live in there for a year?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. How do you not know that for a year?
Well, isn't that what squatting? You were talking about squatting. I'm telling you an example.
Look, again, within that first year, one, you have to establish residency. So the person in the wall would have to have mail sent to them or some kind of proof over you can't just say, I've been here for a year. You would have to have physical, institutional, structural proof that you've been living here. So saying I've been living in the wall is not a thing. You would have to, again, establish an address, for example. That's often used as a part of it. A second thing would be, I forgot the second thing I was going to say, but again, the wall thing is a silly example.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick.
Wait, there was another one called frogging or some shit. It's similar.
I don't know. There's more. My question is, so let's say I find a house. It's not in my name. I don't pay no bills. I just find a house that looks nice. But I've been walking around that neighborhood for a bit, and I just realized, it's been 6 months. Someone has been here. I always drive past it, whatever. I walk past it. I don't have a car. I'm on the streets, basically. God forbid. Now I go in there. Door is unlocked. Or key under the mat, like everyone does, like in America. I open the door. I go to the mail office and say, hey, all my mail for anything I may have, send it to this address. I stay there for 1 year. The owner, Dewey, comes. Hey, who the fuck are you? I've been here for a year. I didn't see anybody. I have mail coming here. Technically, I can't move out of the building. Is that like a summary of how it works? And
at that moment, yes. But Dewey, myself, I would have legal recourse. There are actions I could take, but I cannot. So, for example, if it's and we're just using a year. I don't know if it's a year. Again, it depends on the state. So, if it's under a year and I come there, I can call the police, and the police will drag your ass out. I'll be like, this motherfucker's trespassing. Get them the fuck out. Right? Now, if it's over a year, I can call the police, and the police would say, this is actually a civil dispute. You have to, here are the steps you have to go through. There's courts, and, I would have to go through certain processes. Again, it would probably vary from state to state in order to evict you. It's not that you now have all the authority and all the powers, just that I have to go through a fucking, bureaucracy to get you out. I cannot have the police drag your ass out for trespassing.
That is weird.
Do you have a utility in your name? Do you have any mail in your name? They'll ask.
Exactly, they will. Exactly.
Boy, I mixed it up with because I thought it was a form of squatting, but I guess squatters are a little different, like you said. There's a term called frogging with a PH, where people secretly stay in your house and you don't even know they're there, like in the walls or attic, like I was saying. And it's pretty scary where they.
Yeah, but I have a feeling if you catch somebody, even if they've been successfully doing it for a year, at any point in time, you could have them removed for trespassing if they have not established some sort of normal life routine.
Wait, so squatters for sure need to get mail in order.
I'm using mail as every state would be different. I don't know what is the required, establishment. So mail is an easy one to point to. But, I think in New York, for example, utilities is if you can get utilities in your name, that's a huge deal for the tenant. In terms of security, it would vary from state to state. And there might be states where it's you just have to fucking show, that you've been, take a photograph. I don't know. But it's not just that you're there. You have to like establish yourself as there.
That's crazy, bro. Doesn't your contract or like your deed, the deed of the house, I mean, doesn't it prevent that from like having squatters into your property? Like, isn't there like a clause that says no one can live inside property?
So Luffy, what you do is, one thing that I learned the hard way is that if you're gonna have a property, right? If you know if it's a project property and you're not gonna, some way down the line, you just kind of put it in the back burner. You gotta go to your police department and have them. You gotta pay for it. Have them put out a no trespassing sign under state statute. If you put that up and someone goes in and squats, whether they get fucking mail or not, they can come out no matter what. But people don't do that. I learned that the hard way many years ago, dude. But you can, I don't know if any other state, but in Florida, you can go to the sheriff's department, request a no trespassing sign. I forget the statute, 601, whatever it is, and they'll put 4 of them or 3 of them, a couple of feet apart, and then that'll give you more legality. Somebody decides to squat on your property.
Yeah, that's why you have a no trespassing sign. Then I think in any state, I think a squatter will not have any rights to come and just live in your house. Then I was just seeing some funny videos about that. Like people were like really yelling at like the owners of the house, like, "No, you gotta go to the government because I've been here for a year. I got married, I got family." Like I've been like 5 or 6 of them. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
I'll go down the street.
Like a kind of protection of a certain type of class of person, tenants, and is absolutely being abused. I don't think there are. I think most Americans would agree that there are examples that they can point to and be like, "That's fucking bullshit," and that's not the intention of the law.
How did it start? Well, I can do that.
Again, like if I say, "Hey, should tenants have rights?" Most people would also say, yeah, they should, right? Like that's all it is. This is just an extension of tenants' rights that is kind of bonkers.
Thanks for the explanation.
And to be clear, like tenants should have rights, right? Like if you are the owner of a building, you should be required to provide utilities, right? Like and like if the utilities are in your name, and in New York, for example, if you are an owner and you have tenants and they can prove that the utilities have been turned off for a certain period of time, you can get fucked up. And I think that's rightfully so. Tenants should be allowed to have, water and power, right? So it's but like that can, so that's on the positive side, but then on the abusive side, it's sort of like, well, now tenants can decide that I'm here and I'm allowed to do whatever I want. That's why, again, things like
utilities depends on what's on the lease.
Again, it totally depends on what's on. Agreed. Fully agreed, right? But usually even if you're paying for it, it's in their name, and you just are given the bill, and then you pass it on. It's still in their name. Just like again, there are certain things that a tenant can do that can get them evicted. If, for example, they're hoarding, right? Like if you hoard your apartment complex and it's like considered unsanitary, and like you can call in the local health authorities, and if they agree, then you get a warning. And again, you're not kicked out right away. You're given a warning. You're usually given 30 days to clean it up or whatever it might be. And then on like the 3rd warning, then you're kicked out. So it's shit like that. It's just the back and forth. And again, there is a reason for it that I think is makes sense, but it can for sure be abused.
Okay, interesting. You learn a lot.
Luffy's trying to figure out how he could become a hoarder in America.
I don't think he loved it. I just saw a video and I was like, that's crazy. I'm not to avoid the amount of buyer property. I'm not to avoid for that to happen because I'm not legally there. Because I'm trying to do something like a property going over there as well. Because I watch a lot of videos because people, I've seen like landlords being arrested by the police because the hoarders or the squatters were like, they got the advantage of these people and like all their money has just gone down the drain. It pains me. It's crazy. That's why I was like, well, I don't want to face that if you want to buy a property. I'm not there for like a year or something. It's curious. Because it happens in Nigeria as well. Like, if you buy a land, but you don't do your research properly,
somebody can say, oh, my father back in 19 something gave me this thing, Beverly, and like he said, like here's a contract or something. That's dispute sales, so you're researching total. But we don't have any sports or whatever rules in Nigeria. I don't know about anywhere else in Africa, but when I read that, I was like, bro, that's just, it blew my mind, man. It was crazy.
What about if you're an owner of a property in Nigeria and you have a tenant and they've been paying regularly, but all of a sudden you have, let's say your sister, she needs a place and you're like, well, I have this place, but I have a tenant. You know what? I'm going to kick them out tomorrow so my sister can live there. Can you do that in Nigeria? Or do you have to give them notice and do what happens?
Yo, that's a very good question. I first have to see how well that tenant has been faring and see how long have they been paying on time and anything like that. If they're doing well, then I can't just kick them out like for no reason unless there's a proper house. You don't really have to.
You're white or black?
You don't really have to do that, but because it's family, I've seen some people in Nigeria do that. I think it's fucked up. They said, my sister did this and everything like that, but the person who lives there can report it to the authorities and say, I was kicked out by this person, when you bring a family member in after I've rightfully paid for my rent, I have no omissions or whatever. So no, you can't do that. It's a battle, but you cannot do that. It's not possible. Unless the tenant has been, I said hoarding or like it's a hazardous tenant, then yes. But you can't just kick them out because they do have rights. They do have rights.
Luffy, in India, we have the same thing that happens. Like you buy land, and then they'll encroach on the land, and it's called encroachment. When they do that, then they're like, oh yeah, this is like, and they'll say the same thing. They say, oh yeah, someone gave me this, and then it'll be a civil case. And then once that happens, like civil courts are still backed up. So basically, what they want to do is like they want you to like give them some money so they can just like.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that happens quite often in India, like where and then that's why it's kind of crazy how because there's also like a plausible scenario where back before the internet happened, right? A lot of people owned land, but they didn't but the government wasn't recognized. Right? There wasn't a government to begin with, so it was all contracts set by words. So there are cases where something like that happened and the government survey didn't cash the land and that took it to the right owner. Things like that do happen, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. You said something like that happens quite frequently in India, but it's oh yeah, my father gave this to me 20 years ago, and it always happens before the records are notarized. Yeah, it's always
you're right, and especially the person who wants money is the person that says, oh, my dad or my great ancestor said this land belonged to my father and my generation 50 or 60 years ago. Because as Kale says, the snow backed up, and they will just come to an agreement and say, hey, you know what, let me walk. How much do you want? It can't be higher than what the property is worth because that would just be crazy, but most comes to an agreement and say, we'll pay you this, or this is going to be an incentive, so we can do it for you, and etc. Because unfortunately, we don't want to deal with that mess because it gets into a verbal conversation, and it gets into mediation and arbitration, and then it gets into the court, and everything's a mess. So we go to that. But another thing, chaos is depending the courts, the person that claims that land belongs to them, they would insist that dispute be handled in the town whereby that land is in. The court has to be in that same town, and that town's court will definitely favor the person that is always saying, oh yeah, 50 years ago, because they have quote unquote records. It kind of gets a little bit of corrupt to a degree unless you have a very good lawyer or unless you know how to sniff out some bullshit. But most cases, people just pay them off. Okay, I'll give you $50,000 or something. Just do the equivalents in change here, or I'll give you $60,000 or $100,000 just to leave me alone. That's it. And in most cases, they'll take it. They'll just take it and just move on.
I think so. Luffy, there's also something that you need to look out for. I think in America, there are some states where if you have your domicile over a certain X amount of years, you get a lot of rights, and basically you can again this.
It's called adverse possession.
Oh, right. So yeah, like there are some states, like I think Massachusetts is one of them, like where like if they like do that, so basically like the property manager comes in, will tell you like, hey, listen, you have this tenant for like 2 years. If you give them another lease extension, you're running at a risk of like X, Y, Z. They could have these rights. So like that's something that also you need to look.
Oh, you mean like squatter rights, bro?
Yeah, but like so it's squatter right, but isn't it like a thing where like once a squatter like they could be a paying tenant before, but then after X period of time, like then they can like squat and they'll have more rights. Is that like am I like misrepresenting something?
It's confusing, bro, but there are jurisdictions where if you let them stay there for a while, as in you're a guest in my house, I let you live in my house for more than 6 months, I can't just ask you to leave. Like you can literally say, no, I'm not leaving, and then I have to start like a legal process to kick you out. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Jesus.
It must have broken a lot of friendships, bro. Hey, bro.
And your mother, and your own mother, imagine that. Yeah, I know about that. What is adverse possession? What's adverse possession?
Adverse possession is a very old law that was rooted soldiers going to war and not returning. There would be a problem for the state, right? There would be a bunch of land that's vacant. They don't know if the soldiers are going to come back. So they created this law that said if another citizen literally squats on the land, uses the land the way it should be, fences off the land, pays taxes, blah, 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 then after a certain amount of time, usually 10 to 20 years, it's their land. They take deed by adverse possession. Now, my neighbor did that to me, right? He actually did that to the person that owned the house before. And when I bought the house, I knew about it. He encroached on the property by about 2 feet. He extended his garage onto my land. And because it's open and obvious, because it was right there, it's not hidden, after, and I think in California it's 15 years, if you don't do anything about it, it becomes a part of their land, which is it seems like stealing, but there's that old school justification that the state wants the land to be productive. It doesn't want land to just sit there. So as long as you fulfill all the elements of the doctrine of adverse possession, you get the land. Which is like open and obvious, continuous. So you could adversely possess a vacation home by routinely visiting the cabin. So if you go to the cabin 20 years in a row, it pretty much becomes yours. Legally speaking, you could get the deed by adverse possession. It's fucking awful.
Oh, thank you. That sounds wonderful. Oh my God.
John, are you adversely possessing something?
Wish I was.
And what is this thing that people go out into the desert and they put stakes down, and after a certain amount of time, that land becomes there?
That's what I'm talking about. Adverse possession. That's adverse possession.
Yeah. I read an article that these people that mine for gold or some shit like that, or water, they go out stakes all over the goddamn desert, and after a few years, they just claim the land and they own it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't do it on federal or state property, right? So you have to find private property to do that on. And the problem, it's not a problem, it's just the reality of it. Most properties survey their land, right? So they're going to come see you, like put up a fence and shit, let's say 3 years into it, and then they're going to get the cops to come kick you out. But if you stake out the land and you use it in a reasonable way, and you fulfill the statutory period, which is some states it's 7 years, some states it's 15, 10, 20 years, then it becomes.
I just want to point out, all like it's from private island purchase. Perfect.
How many birds did you sell today?
It's some fun for.
Bro, the birds in the back are filming their fucking homie bird shit, bro. It's crazy, dude.
That's why it's important as a landlord to know your rights as well, because you have rights as well as a landlord.
And next time you're driving through Tennessee, you say bird room, so you know. Next time you're driving to this area, thinking you can come by, cook a nice meal, and you'll see just one bird that can do different voices. It's crazy.
It's just one bird, bro. It's one like fucking schizophrenic bird.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a bird that does the different noises like that, and he's a little tiny thing. It's cute though. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That little guy?
Hey, my respect for Tim shot up today because the motherfucker knew all the words to the song Encarnacion, bro. I was like, okay, all right. Tim was up there. Yeah. Have you seen Nacho Libre, Don?
Of course.
What's your favorite part of Nacho Libre?
Oh, the part where Joe and I dress up like him and watch the movie together. That's my favorite.
Oh my god.
It's
hilarious.
Let me go get my mask. I'll show you. Yeah, we will.
When the part was like, you're always judging me because I believe in science. It's just fucking hilarious, man.
That movie, a lot of Catholics love that movie, bro. A lot of Catholics.
I think I am. I'm proud I am.
What's crazy though is that like it talks about like unrequited love, living the nun and the guy.
He said, Chacho, I just need your sweats.
Yeah, Chacho, you gotta borrow some sweats.
That's like whatever knowledge stores are like.
He's like, are you leaving? Yeah,
said, no.
I just need to borrow some sweats.
He said, take my lucky machete.
Take my lucky machete. Oh, and then he's like, I'm going out to the wilderness, and he's like, how did you find me? And he points out to the village right next to him. This shit was fun.
Hey, you know what bugs me out is I didn't know many people would know so many references, but anytime I hear like the crazy Bible talking here, all I think is, you only believe in science.
Yeah, dude, me and my girl be quoting that all the time. Like, all my buddies know that shit, man. When he's like, when they jack him from the chips at the beginning, like somebody stole them. Like, did you tell them it was the Lord's chips? That shit fucking gets me.
And he said, I hate all the offerings in the whole world. And it's like, well,
all offerings in the entire world. What's another good one? There's so many references in that movie. Every time you watch it, the shit gets funnier and funnier. That's like amazing about that movie.
I forget the exact quote. I know that his mom is like a Swedish, whatever it is that, but then he says, she takes it and he says, and they died.
Yeah, and they died. He's like, I'm so sorry. And the way he grabs it from her, it's fucking perfect.
Well, he takes the biggest picture out of his little monk outfit, but when he slides the toast under the
oh, yeah. And then when she knocks on the door before he gets kicked out, then can I come in? He's like, no, it might be through a flu seat.
We used to go, we loved it so much. We used to go with our buddies to watch Lucha Libre. Fights, you know? My God, I'm not kidding you.
When I lived in Kissimmee in 2004 or 5, this is before Miami, Ramses used to do shows like Luchador or shit in Orlando, well, Kissimmee technically, but Orlando fuck. That shit's great. He said, I can't let him see my face.
So okay. So do you know when he goes and fights the most dangerous men, right, in a ring, right? And you have like a guy and he has like a chair, right? Yeah. Anyway, bro, his catchphrase in Spanish is like when he's hitting people with the chairs, like siéntate, right? It's just like he's like sit down. He's just hitting people with the chair saying sit down, bro. This shit's fucking hilarious, man. Like,
let me tell you my favorite line.
Yeah, bro, did Aiken ever stop talking?
Alright, Aiken, when he tells the dude, he says, save a piece of that corn. Save a piece of that corn for later.
Yeah. And he gets his best man. Oh my god. Gee, was he really good? Good one, bro.
Man, that stuff was so funny earlier, bro, when you were talking to. What the fuck were you singing? It was the song that never ends.
God bless you. Bro, I was in a Walmart, bro. I was singing louder, bro. But then, like, I was like, Walmart, bro. God bless you.
Bro, I think we got the uranium already, bro.
You turn my mouth, I will fuck you up some more.
Oh, shit. You know what knowledge is, right? Knowledge is like Rey Mysterio, right?
I know what it is smoke.
Just get
It's a mystery what type of cupcake he eats.
All of you got the same height.
want to Samoa?
All of you got the same. All of you got the same height as Rey Mysterio.
Wait, what happened?
I said all of you guys are the same height as Rey Mysterio.
It's kind of fucked up, bro. Knowledge is not even here, bro. We're gonna talk about people.
I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a collective of people. Oh, my bad.
It's fucked up, bro. I'm gonna hit the gym, bro. You ready for the gym right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I heard Mike. I'm gonna drop off this, and then I'm gonna head out to the gym today. Okay, so weird shit, bro. If I inject BTC 157 into like the muscles that I'm working out, it's like the next day. Obviously, I'm sore, but the second day, right, when I should be way sore, it's just like the first day afterwards. It's not. It's like I don't get like this massive amount of pain. It's like the recovery is crazy. And so what I did last time is that I just injected it in my right arm instead of my left arm. Even though I did like biceps, but I didn't do individual curls. I just did like the machines, right? And my left arm hurts more than my right arm. So I think I'm just gonna start injecting it like that.
Yeah, man, I got a trap bar today. I got some explosive movements. I got a whole bunch of core workouts to get done.
Oh yeah.
And then I got pull-ups and dips to finish it off, bro.
Hell yeah. I've got I think I'm gonna do legs today, man. You doing legs?
Bro, 266, bro, and I'm at I could do a set of 15 straight. I do set to 12 pull-ups.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Say that again, bro?
So that's nice, man. It's nice.
Gotta stay explosive, bro. Like this chasing the number thing, it's not a healthy route. I mean, I don't regret like everything that I've learned when I did it. But man, I really wish I would have got this type of training a long time ago. You kind of feel complete, you know, like you're not trying to save some gas in the tank. You know, you're not structuring your day where you have to feel like you're sacrificing just for one lift day.
I'm gotcha. Look, I got this tattoo on my right arm, and I just want I'm gonna do shoulders today too. I just want that shit to be bulky, bro.
My bad, Asha. Come up. None of y'all seen Asha in the goo with her hand raised?
Is it a woman?
Yes.
I'm driving.
I was doing light therapy, Asha. I didn't see you. I had a mask.
And all that. Not looking good for you, bro. It's not looking good.
Bro, I hope peace happens, bro. I hope you win the bet. You know? So, any good news?
Well, they're negotiating from a lot of the sources out this year that they've already agree on large things. The sticking points is that Hormuz thing. Iran wants that in America. Well, Iran wants it, and America wants to like do like a double, like a team thing on that or whatever.
And Iran said no, right?
Well, that's what they're going back and forth on.
Yeah.
Because Trump's position is, you guys aren't going to toe the international law, whatever way. So I don't know how that works. I mean, Trump's probably like, give me an 8% royalty.
So I'm not too keen on admiralty law, but from what I remember, international waters start what? Is it 16 or 30 miles off your shoreline?
So I know it's 12 nautical miles is your sovereign extension. So I don't know.
And then it's your sole economic zone. That's what I confused it with.
Yeah, and then and I know it's in between Oman. So like whatever it's been, this is an official statement made by CENTCOM that they have destroyers assisting the Iranian sweeping, clearing mines.
Yes, nice. I read that too. Oh yeah. Yeah, bro. Hopefully, we get a reasonable solution to this.
Bro, but everything that's happening right now makes me think that what you were saying has a hell of a lot more meat on the bone. I think America might have already acquired the uranium, and it's just kind of like this, bro. We already got what we want. Now, how do you guys want to make this look?
Yeah, bro. We'll never truly know what happened. You know, both sides are gonna claim victory. Some things will be obvious and verifiable, but for instance, how much money we give them and stuff, that can all always be hidden.
Yeah, but if Trump, let's say Trump releases, I think estimates up to $7 billion in South Korea, the money that was unfrozen by Biden, and let's say there's other money somewhere else around the world. Even if he were to give all of that back, Trump would still be in the winner column because it's always been an incentive for them to do what he wanted to do before the conflict. But then again, they might just go to hell.
My bad. I was driving through the mountains. Couldn't hear anyone.
Bro, the idea that America has to help Iran find the mines in the Strait tells you how crippling the attacks were on the ability or the capabilities of Iran.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, I just jumped in. Are you saying that?
Fuck Iran.
They need our help? The sophisticated Iranian government that has the fucking U.S. in a headlock, they need our help against their own retarded fucking shit.
That's correct, man. That's correct.
Talking about sophistication.
See, look, but they got America tied over the barrel so much that now America has to also go in there and do extra.
Yeah, that is actually pretty bad. Because it's like, hey, we laid some booby traps, and then when you want to take apart, it's like, can you help us take apart the booby traps?
See, that's a part of the plan, see? What a fucking goddamn, man.
I thought it was a joke at first. It's serious though.
I get so somebody is sick so wrong here, and I don't think it's me.
Tell all these leftists.
This clearly isn't the straw man situation. So you're absolutely right here, Mike.
Yeah.
I think this is like the thing, the TBS thing. Like for real.
Yeah, this is like, it's so bad.
It's one of those, you say we got a chance, huh?
You know what would bother me? Not bother me, but would annoy me less if it's like, nah, I hope that fool loses. To me, that would annoy me less than people coming on saying, no, America's losing.
Yeah, because it feels like cowardice. That's because it's like, just be you. Just like say it with your fucking chest. Like say it with your chest.
Yeah,
you know.
You just want him to. You want him to. You might not even want America to lose. You just want Trump to fucking lose.
Right.
I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let's do it. But to say we're losing is like.
But that's the power of bias, right? That shows you how your bias could like completely distort objective reality, bro.
It's true, bro.
There's a lot of people that hate Israel, right? They hate Jews, and then they just want Iran to win, right? And everything they see happening, and America too, for that matter. They hate America too, even though they fucking live here. And they don't do a nuanced take. It's like everything that happens, it's like in Iran's favor, which is just ridiculous. I mean, like back that Bob shit.
It's so bad.
Bro, look at how the lefties are so silent about Fang, Mr. Swalwell, Mr. Fang.
Yo!
Look how many people are so forward.
What happened with that?
Mike, bro, Kitover,
I'm not like, it might seem like it, but I'm not into politics, so please always assume.
Oh, no worries. Swallow, bro. They not only have video. Have you seen the videos, Small? They got the videos of this guy with prostitutes, like making out in his house. Like,
is that the guy who dated the Chinese spy? Or is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Same guy.
Same.
Yeah.
Different thing.
Same thing.
Yes.
Same guy. Different thing. Same thing.
Different thing.
Oh man,
Hey,
that guy's an idiot.
With a credible allegation, she was on CNN, bro, of the R word.
Yes.
The serious R word.
Yes.
Whoa.
Rape.
Yes, bro.
And more than one woman. Then on top of that, they got videos of him with hookers in his home.
Sorry, I interrupted. You should explain it to Mike, but I just wasn't sure if that was the same guy as the Chinese spy guy.
Yes, it is the same guy. On top of that, it's the same guy, Dewey, that they're saying Trump fired Pam Bondi over because she was pushing information to Eric Swalwell in terms of what the DOJ was using as evidence against him. That's the real reason why Trump got rid of her, right? Now, on top of that, this shit where credible allegations of rape are coming out and now calls for him to lead the race for California's governor because he is from California. Yes. They're being levied against him. On top of that, they have videos of him with prostitutes. I just saw one. It's more than one, but this is one that's out. They have more videos of him engaging with prostitution, and you know he's married. So dude's got a bunch of shit going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Was he married during the Chinese spy?
Yes.
Yeah, he's married.
No, that was before he was married.
No, yeah.
Okay.
He was married in Yeah, he did. He was married in 6 girl, but the bad part, look how fast the rank and file, Nancy Pelosi, Smith, all these people was like, sorry, we got to pull our endorsement because they know it's bad, bro.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
There are more. The rumor is that there are more than one woman coming out.
Yo, when I hear y'all talking like that, I hear Jeffrey Dahmer cooking a fresh heart. Looking at the news, talking about another cannibal that got caught being a cannibal. That's what I hear. And I hear the utter fucking disgust from Jeffrey Dahmer's fucking... He's like, can you see this bullshit from these motherfucker cannibals? While he's sauteing a It's called no. You were already cooking it before you saw the video. You were already a cannibal.
He right? Bang it while he had it in his mouth.
Exactly. And so what it is that you have no room to talk. You have no room to talk. You have no room. Not one room. You have to, on that topic, when you are a cannibal with multiple human bodies in your refrigerator, with rotting flesh in your back room, you just have to stay silent. You gotta let that one go. You can't say nothing.
Look, bro, we're talking about Swalwell, bro. This is the main dude with Kavanaugh, the one that ran that whole smear campaign about how he was unfit for the Supreme Court. We're talking about the dude that was talking about virtue and how you should always believe a woman. We're talking about video evidence. We're talking about his own staffer, 4 different women. We're talking about being assaulted 3 years after assaulted her while she was a staffer, and then 3 years later, did the R word, slip the Jimmy in the drink, bro. Put the Mickey in the drink. Just saying, they can stop the thing.
Yeah, what you're saying is this is a humongous magnitude. And if you think that's huge, Samoa, I invite you to Donald Trump grab him by the pussy / Epstein Island #1 homie / my wife just fucking threw me under the bus in front of the world / I just put up a murder video in response to her fucking embarrassing the shit out of me. So if you think that's impressive, then I offer you Donald Trump. And if you're not equally or more impressed by that, then obviously we have a problem. Because something's for appreciation for these type of events.
Bro, do you think that when we weigh the evidence for people?
No, I don't. When we weigh the evidence, Donald Trump is orders of Max Stilgar's favorite fucking term, worse. Orders of magnitude. Wait, what? Wait. Let me look for Ashton.
Videos of fucking prostitutes and raping women, which none of us do.
No, not us. Don't say us.
No, he's talking about the team. I know what he's saying. And here's let me give my little piece. I don't give a fuck about him and the prostitutes or his moral relationship with his wife. I don't know anything about that. But it's I think there's you ever see a shirt where you see a little thread popping out? I think there's a flaw in this whataboutism because it could show hypocrisy when it comes to outrage, right? So I understand that, but I want to see equal outrage, right? To where he outraged on this, it has to be the equivalent.
It's not whataboutism.
Well, the whataboutism is saying he did it too. I'm saying, okay, cool.
No, you already know that. I don't need to bring that attention.
Wait, so where's the outrage of this guy?
You sit with it and you're trying to say, look at them, they're bad. And I'm like, how in the world is the worst crew in the human history talking about anybody else being bad?
It's not look at them, there's bad. It's look at the people that said we were bad, that did the thing that we were bad for, or somebody
You're still worse.
No way. What's the strong? Watch this. What's the strongest evidence you have against Trump being bad?
Preemptive attack on Iran for no reason.
Oh, that's the worst thing. I thought
killing people. Yes. All of that's included, right? You got the Epstein Island. You got the killing people. You got the collusions with Russia. You got the collusions with Israel. All of it.
So you need it all.
Listen, and it's not that you don't have a impressive sexual deviancy resume. That would exactly. That's the whole point. You're like, man, let me not think about none of that. I'm like, this is insane.
That part right there, bro, that was
we're talking about the rape, brother. The lady who said this. The lady that She was in the department store.
Oh, that was
digitally penetrated. Okay, all right.
I would love to debate anybody on that, and I would like to have.
Bro, that's not a good example of something. You can't bring it.
Of course, it's not a good example because y'all don't. That's because y'all can't.
No, like
if you look at the details of the case,
it's so
even
bad.
you would be like, "Come on, bro. How do you not remember the year? How do you not remember that the dress that you said you were wearing, it didn't even come out yet for another 5 years from the designer? How do you not remember like these key details? And it's 40 years prior. I'm just saying.
Or how about this? Like, the strongest evidence against Trump was her testimony, right? And her testimony made a claim that basically he raped her. The jury didn't believe that. The jury believed
a civil suit, it being like a lesser threshold of what is it? A preponderance. Still didn't believe.
Yeah. It's like
still didn't believe, bro.
But then you believe her in another case. It's in the other sense, a sexual assault, which means, hey, he might have done something, but he just didn't put it in. It's like I would learn like the process to how you determine that when it's her words. That means you don't believe her.
I'm saying, man, hearing y'all niggas flabbergasted. I'm sorry. Is that what it is? Hearing y'all niggas flabbergasted. If you had a heart, you wouldn't have hired Donald Trump. That's not true. Y'all niggas started rubbing y'all hands together. This is good. This is good. The barbecue.
This is some cooking right here.
It is what it is, man. Whatever helps y'all coffee stay hot.
Look, man. And I was suffocating in there. I couldn't breathe down there.
All right, look, we got American ships. Concrete, we got American ships in the Strait of Hormuz right now.
Crazy.
You see how great America is, bro? We're in the Strait of Hormuz right now. We're helping the
helping sweep away the dumb shit.
Yeah, we're helping, brother.
You say you shat the bed, and you finally took the sheets off, and you finally took it to get cleaned up. Congratulations.
And hey, but they're gonna say thank you at the end.
They're gonna say you owe us reparations at the end, brother. We gotta cut more checks, brother. No, we're taking more. No, definitely taking the oil.
Look, all we have to do is unfreeze everything that we have that is theirs, acquire the uranium. I think we already did, just because of how things are looking right now. I think that mission was what more likely than not what Oleg was talking about, like a false whatever, and when they got something, because these guys are like moving way too quick to just surrender stuff. But anyway, yeah, I think that if Trump says, hey man, we're gonna remove all the sanctions, let you guys be a part of the world, and we're gonna give you all your frozen money up, about $50 billion, go rebuild your stuff. Thank you for the uranium, for your ability. Now welcome to the new world. I think that's a win for America.
That's a win for America. Losing $50 billion plus reparations, plus embarrassment on the world stage, plus everybody, plus stress testing the world oil financial system and seeing who has the fucking upper hand, and the fact that they are already in cahoots with China. Come on, bro? Listen. Wars have lulls in them, right? Or momentary armistice. And that is time to regroup or reflect on what happened before. And guess what? Iran is getting stronger, brother. And America is unfortunately exposed to weaknesses. And y'all niggas can't hand wave it. You can't talk it away. You can't wash it away. You can't Monica the America. But can't do none of that shit.
So because we know what the terms were before the military conflict,
if at the end we make an agreement where we've checked every box before the military, operation, right? That's a win for us, right?
Yes, and if my grandfather was a bike, he could ride it. We could ride him to the store. Yes, if my
grandfather had wheels, he'd be a bike.
Thank you, damn it, thank you.
God.
I'm sorry, I think the oil tankers on their way to the U.S. right now.
68 right now. Oil tankers coming to America.
Listen, well, we concrete think is he still buying the Hollywood narrative? Like this is a movie, like everyone's holding their breath for Iran to do something. My nigga, we literally have oil tankers, all of them, on their way to this country to pick their shit up and go about their day.
Yo, what did it take to get that done? We gotta do a critical analysis, brothers. We can't do superficial analysis. We gotta do critical analysis. All right. So here's a critical examination. Why is this happening? Go ahead.
Why is what the oil tankers coming to America? Yes, they're on their way because the Straits of Hormuz was quote unquote closed, and so the world market or the global market has been trying to find other ways to get their crude, to get their oil, X, Y, and Z. And so America has been instrumental in helping the world get these alternative sources. That is why they're now on their way here until the Straits of Hormuz can get cleared up. So.
Wait, what? I don't.
Yeah, everyone's been trying to get their crude oil or whatever they used to get from the Straits of Hormuz. They've been trying to find alternative sources, and America's helping. That's why they have the tankers coming on their way here.
Where are we gonna get it from?
You said what?
Where are we gonna get that? We don't have.
Yes, we do. You don't know that we produce, bro. Are you not familiar? Concrete?
Yeah, we produce the most oil in the world.
Gallons per year?
We produce the most.
How many barrels per
20 million.
All right. How many do we produce? How much do we consume?
20 to 18 million. But if you look at different markets, it increased by 23%.
Wait. So you said we produce 20 million and we consume 20 million, right?
No, 18 million. Yeah.
No, you gave a range, correct?
Yeah. No, it's okay. 20 million produced, 18 million used. So then we export.
No.
Yeah, it says right here we export 3 because it says right here.
Where you get your numbers from?
Yeah, you can look at exports, 3 million.
No, where are you getting your numbers from? Who's the source of your numbers?
Just look at it, bro. How much does America produce?
13 to 13.5 million barrels a day of crude oil. Convert to yearly, it says 4.5 billion barrels.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Can you look at how much America produces 2026? We're up 23% right now.
Okay, here's the thing. Usually when we're talking about oil, we're referring to like gasoline prices. I think. I understand that.
Yeah, this is 3 million barrels.
This is 26. That's available data. It says EIA forecast. It says 4.94 billion.
What we're concerned with is what oil can be used for gasoline.
No, we're not. We're talking about how much America exports, not how America uses.
Okay, here's what it says. Concrete, this is what you want to hear. Look, it says this. Produced 4.7 to 5 billion barrels a year. Used, how much we use, 7.1 to 7.5 barrels. So there's a gap of 2.3 to 2.6.
Oh, no.
Mike, if you look at our exports.
Oh, no.
Just
oil. Shit.
No, we're short oil.
We can fill their tankers and we don't even make enough for ourselves.
Can I just say this real quick, bro? Mike, yes, can you put how much does America export from February 26th to March 26th? You're going to see a 23% increase from 3 million barrels export.
How much did America export?
We don't get any of our oil from the Middle East.
2026.
2026?
Yeah. Just get a monthly breakdown.
Yo, who keeps bringing up this retarded? Who keeps bringing up this retarded Muslima?
Bro, she sound like she in distress, bro.
She sound like she's Allah.
Somebody had out.
She looks like she has a mustache.
That's a.
You sound like
She
Sean.
wants on a mustache. Your name sideburns.
You asked for.
Look, Nathan woke up in time to insult Aisha, but he's been on mute while Concrete's been stealing the stage.
It's a phone call. And it's about January 327 million. This is barrels. February, this is inferred again 300 to 320 million. March actual trend 355 to 370 million. April partial data. This is 330 million barrels. May forecast.
Yeah, so you're seeing that our exports are going up significantly because of what King just described. I think what Concrete's talking about is like, hey, we can't spare any, but you can clearly see that what we use and what we export are two different categories. Yes, yeah, you just pick up production.
Yeah, so if you...
We're refining Venezuelan oil right now.
Yeah, so it's real simple. When people are coming to fulfill their orders, you're doing it from where? From stuff that you needed? From stuff that you don't use? From surplus? No, you don't have surplus. We have a deficit in oil consumption.
We don't have
surplus production. Bro, the numbers are the numbers. You got different numbers?
Wait, where did you get the deficit from? You don't have surplus.
What's going on?
No, you have numbers that are numbers. Wait. If America doesn't have surplus of crude?
If you have the numbers,
brother. Listen. That America has a reserve?
The reserve is not the daily production, brother. The reserve.
No, you said surplus. We have a surplus. We have an over surplus.
What you have to do is just produce the numbers. Listen, just make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because when I look at the numbers, I see that we produce 19.4 million barrels a day, and we consume 19.7. We have a 0.3 million barrel per day deficit. If you have different numbers, then go ahead and produce them.
So what you want to do is you want to look at like what type of oil is being sold over the market. So when we sell the 3 million that he's talking about, that Sykes talking about right here, he just gave you a breakdown. So like if you just acknowledge that we're exporting 3 million barrels and it's going up because of the conflict, then your whole like surplus deficit comes out the window because the numbers work somehow.
The numbers work somehow. No, bro. That's not how the numbers work. How do we the numbers work? We have to buy some, bro. Listen. So if there's basically it's gonna be the type of oil that is produced and the usages that you can extract from that production, right? In terms of diesel, jet fuel, regular automotive gas, so on and so forth. Then your plastic, so on and so forth. So what you're saying is that we don't produce enough oil to meet our consumption needs, but yet we are supplying 3 million barrels to somebody else. Well, our consumption needs are the final dictator of what we need every day. Therefore, that means we're buying some from somewhere else. And so if we're buying more than we're selling, because we don't have a surplus, we have a deficit, that means it's a net loss to us. Come on, brother.
This is how it kind of works, right? Let's just say there's 3 different types of grapes.
Different types of oil. Go ahead.
Can I just say this right? Yes.
Well, just go back to grapes.
Which is why I said earlier, you said, no, we're not talking about oil. We're just talking about oil. Which is why I said earlier, you're not looking at how much oil we produce compared to what oil we need. No, you said gas. So what I'm talking. No, because when you just finish it with people say more oil. Oh my gosh, I don't know why this is. We have heavy sludge. We have heavy sludge from Venezuela and Canada. Then we refine this, and to the open market, we sell a higher grade of like the lightweight. So if you're just thinking about light, medium, and heavy, what we're exporting is the more valuable commodity to the other parts of the world. What we're taking in, let's say, is medium grade. So when you oversimplify it by thinking that everything's the exact same, like we're going to have a problem here, you still have to justify how is it, what's the deficit? Are we able to export over 3 million barrels a day? Make that make sense?
The deficit has nothing to do with. What do you mean with the deficit?
The deficit has something to do with
All right, Concrete saying because the numbers, look, Concrete saying because the numbers of how much we produce and how much we use more than we produce, we shouldn't have anything left over to export. And I'm saying, well, that doesn't make sense because if in theory, look at the numbers saying that we export 3 million every day.
No, but you're not, Samoa, our consumption needs, our production needs. Yeah, production needs or production capacity, consumption needs. We don't produce enough for our country. We don't produce enough for our country. So whatever transactions are occurring, it's due to some other issue besides we just have this overabundance of oil, which is to say that the oil that we produce, which is the WTI oil, West Texas Intermediate, the WTI is produced in America, right? Brent is produced in the North Sea. And so the WTI is what we build, it's barrels per day is only going to satisfy so much consumption need that they're going to have to buy more.
So, all right, how about this one? If we're buying, so we produce our own, right? We buy from Canada, we buy from Mexico, we buy from Venezuela, okay? But then we also have this other brand that we sell at a markup, which is the lighter premium type of crude oil to the rest of the world, right? So yeah, if you're saying, hey, America needs high quality premium in your country, America would say that's why we're able to sell it. But
which do you think is higher? Which do you think is higher price right now, the American oil or the oil coming out of the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, I mean, I believe it's ours.
Why would it be ours? Why would it be ours?
Because it's a higher. Because in comparison to Canada,
which one is not available? It's simple, bro.
Now you're talking about supply. I was talking about quality.
We don't care about quality. We're talking about price. You said the price.
No,
right now the price is higher for them.
All right, now we're not talking about the same. I'm talking about the different types of oil that we use here in America. We have Mexico, Canada, and Venezuela. These are heavy sludge type oils that are extracted, placed into our refineries, and used for our domestic consumption. What's mixed with that and then exported out is a different bucket. And that's how we're able to do 3 million barrels. That's the numbers that we just read. So if you're grouping it up as if there isn't different types of quality of oil, then you're always going to be like, damn, bro, like we use more than we actually produce. But we're not only using what we produce, we're using what we purchase from Canada.
Exactly.
At a cheaper rate than what we export. Because what we're exporting has a higher value. It doesn't have to be as refined as much. It's not that heavy, disgusting sludge from Venezuela.
Those are benefits for your pocket in terms of you didn't spend as much. But right now, you're saying you're selling to the world, right? You're selling American oil to the rest of the world, right? Right? Is that it? You're selling American oil to the rest of the world. Okay.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
All right, so that's the WTI oil. The Brent oil is the one that's being bottled by the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so that's the more expensive oil, right?
I guess.
All right, do we produce the expensive oil that everybody needs? No.
All right,
so what are y'all filling up on?
Yes, what you're talking about is supply. I'm talking about quality. Like, for example, if the Hormuz Strait was wide open right now, the Brent oil would drop immediately because there's going to be an overabundance of it. Now that they don't have that to balance it out, it's all going to move towards the American oil.
We're talking about filling New York. You said that there's ships headed to America to fill up.
Yeah, there's 68 of them.
Yeah. But what are they filling? What are they filling up on? We need everything we produce.
All right. So let's try this one more time. All right. So what we've been exporting before the Hormuz thing, we don't use. It's a higher premium grade. All we're doing in that department is basically ramping up production of this specific type of quality that we export. We don't use this type of quality here domestically.
It sounds like they're going to be getting oil from somebody else. Because if we don't produce enough for us, then what?
I just told you who. Canada, Mexico, Venezuela.
So it's not. All right, so why are you acting like this was a benefit for America when it's a benefit for Canada? Is that you're saying that we're all the same?
No. So Canada, Venezuela, they have like, let's say, low quality, disgusting. They call it heavy. I forgot the F word. Sour. Heavy sour. That shit sounds like a weed strain. So they got heavy sour, right? We have to put that in our refineries in Texas and mix it with another blend so we can dilute it so that it's usable, like it's actually obtainable for usage. That takes a lot of money, but in order, because of all these steps, we have to take the step on it. It's a cheaper cost overall.
Yeah, where the 68? Where the 68 oil tankers going to get oil?
Yeah, from here, from California.
We don't produce enough for ourselves, so how are we giving ourselves?
All right, so there's an export bucket that we don't use, and then there's a domestic bucket that we use. And the export bucket is going to expand their operation to produce more. That's the best way that I can put out there.
Yeah, Trump says it. That's the problem, bro. Trump says it.
They don't use or not use what the oil is made for. What the oil is made for. We all use, the globe uses the oil, right? But we have refineries here in Houston that refine different oils, like the one we get from Venezuela, different than the refineries that we take from Canada and we sell that to India.
No, you're wrong.
Which that oil,
Canada has the same quality as Venezuela.
Oil is made for more machine parts because the oil, I think it's like 7 different categories. We have diesel, gasoline. You have something called polypropylene, which is used in packaging, which my company deals with.
Canada has the same type of Venezuelan oil. It's heavy sour. Look it up.
I'm not saying they don't or do not. I'm saying that different oils are used for different purposes.
You just throw contract oil in Venezuela at a higher quality.
When we say American oil, it's not that we don't use it. It's used for different purposes, like it's for gasoline.
We have an export quality of oil, crude oil. I'll call it light premium. Our domestic usage does not use this at a high rate. We use the medium. Okay? We make more money selling the light premium as an export than we have to spend as an import. $20 we pay for this barrel export, they pay us. $15 we import from Canada. Right? So you can clearly see how the math works. The only point I'm making is, if the numbers are true, 3 million going up to 3.7, I think that's what Shike just read. How could this be possible? We're the deficit.
I'm reading this Reuters article about this Trump statement. And so basically, they got what Trump said, and then basically they go to an insider, right? And they get the insider's opinion. So yeah, we know what Donald Trump just said. What about you? Jake Dollarhide, Chief Executive Officer of Longbow Asset Management in Tulsa, Oklahoma, said while he cannot comment on whether empty tankers are headed to the United States for oil, the ongoing Hormuz closure could generally boost demand for U.S. oil. One more paragraph. We're producing so much more oil than we were 10 years ago, he said. The situation with the Strait of Hormuz, even with the peace talks, could take months in a best-case scenario to work out. So absolutely, U.S. oil will be higher in demand as a result. Whether that plays out to fruition with actual people sending their empty tankers our way, I have no idea.
Why don't you just look at
What's up? Hold on. Some more. You gotta understand, bro. The Reuters is basically telling you what's happening in plain sight. You got one thing from Donald Trump, and then you have another insider, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Chief Executive Officer.
You're wrong.
Studies. No, I'm not wrong. I just read it. I'll post it in the chat. I'll just
one second, bro. We're not talking about the same thing.
I didn't even finish my statement.
Yeah.
So what Reuters is doing is they're doing their due diligence to to not just take one person's opinion as fact, and they gather information from other people who are in the know. If I look up this guy, Jake Dollarhide, I'm sure he's got a sophisticated operation with tons of analysis, probably satellite imagery. He probably knows everybody in the fucking industry. He would get phone calls about this actually being a thing, which is why journalists sought him for his opinion. Not because he's fucking a cool dude, because he's a knowledgeable in the know dude. And so they want to corroborate this fucking Donald Trump saying with a heavy hitter insider. And what did he say? I have no idea. That's damaging, brother. What that means is that those 68 have not gotten on his radar, and he is a person that makes money off of such things being a reality.
Yeah, I don't think you should listen to any of these people's opinion. That's how people get lost. Why don't we just look at the increase from January? These are the numbers that Psych read to you. These are the official numbers of American crude oil export. January, February, boom, March. Oh, no. Up 23% during the conflict. Up 23% during the conflict. Oh, no. You gotta look at the numbers, bro. Trump lies, Jay lies, numbers don't lie.
Yeah, your increased number is cool, but what we need is your net number. How much do you produce? How much do you consume? What do you have left over? And the number that's left over is a negative number, brother. Sorry, it's a negative number. It's not a whole number. It's a negative number. Hope you have a nice day. Positive number, I mean. It's a negative number.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're diluting the actual analysis by oversimplifying the amount of categories that actually exist. We have a import, and then we have a export. And in between these two massive buckets, we have a produce. So if the imports justify the exports, because the exports is exporting something of greater value than the import, then you can say, oh, that makes sense. I can see why America is able to ramp up 23% in the month of March during the conflict, because nobody else can access the Brent oil. Oh, no.
Yo, why y'all letting this nigga hit the room? Why y'all doing that?
It's Concrete. He's the one responsible for all our data separates.
Yo, Nate, get your girl, man. She's obsessed with you, bro.
Fucking, what's
Hey, we never had like a what's it called, Flashback Friday or Feedback Friday?
I would love to hear your feedback, Mike, honestly.
I don't really have it. I was hearing your voice. You actually remind me of that because you usually the one to talk about.
I was told that you hate me, that you.
Who told you that?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Louis was burping out yesterday. Maybe he was like, Mike actually hates you.
Oh, poor baby. Her feelings got hurt. Oh, poor Monica.
I understand the rule.
It was Louis might actually hate you.
Set in a way where sometimes you can like people that you like don't get along.
Right.
So I can choose to stay out.
Did Mike tell you how hurt his feelings?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Don't put me in there.
No, it's okay, Tommy. Look. I'm just saying, look, before he does that, he should pay you for the psychological services. He's asking for help, Humphrey. He's asking for psychiatric help. He's hurt. And he should pay you for his services. Don't do it. You can't walk him out of his services, bro. You need fucking to pay the man if you're gonna ask for his services.
Look, Rabbi Jacobus, turn the other cheek, Rabbi Jacobus. Rabbi Jacobus, non-violence.
One day he's your best friend, the next day he's justifying the genocide of your people. It's crazy.
What are you talking about? I always got love. That's crazy.
I got the math problem.
I told him if he comes to LA, I'm gonna jump in and then take him out to dinner.
It's not good.
Can I give you guys the math equation real quick?
Look at her.
Hot micing, Monica. You're hot micing, Monica.
All right, so the math equation is we produce 20 million, we buy 10 million, and we sell 5 million of what we produce, which gives you a grand total of 5 above what we use. So 30 million, 5, 25. What we use is, yeah, see, that's how it works. I got it, bro. I got it.
Could you snowman concrete?
No, we feel that way about you.
You guys at a certain point, you guys
Look,
gotta get
I don't think here's what I'll say, bro. Look,
here we go.
past formula and all that, that's fine. Look, I'm not anybody to talk about that. But I don't think anything is worse than America is losing. I never heard you say that, but if you say that now, I don't think it can be any more of a deranged statement.
I don't think we're losing though. I just
okay, then
we're
winning.
You'll have that. I just don't think we're winning.
Okay, hold on, Malcolm. Don't you think we're winning, but we could have been winning betterly?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're in the neutral zone.
Betterly is a great word. Thank you, Oleg, for betterly.
We are in the neutral zone because we lost a lot of money recently. And the
we could just for money, bro.
True, very true.
Not without inflation. Not without. I know, but
so it's not good for us.
It's just more. It's way more on the winning side for me. I just would have, if I was next to Trump, I would have said, hey, let's try to get more of a coalition before we start bombing them. That would be the main difference I would have done.
That's not his style, though, right? So
I do have a question for you guys. Do you think that would have been possible? Because even when the other countries' ships were being blocked in the Strait of Hormuz, they wouldn't even defend their own property. So they had a legitimate interest in defending their own property, and they just said, "Nah, Iran's got it."
To them, that was a geopolitical loss on their taxes. They'd rather make the U.S. look bad and make Iran look good than count their pennies and count their pounds or whatever currency they use. I think all of that was done on purpose.
I don't think it reflected poorly on Trump. I think it reflected poorly on them. If I was a citizen of their country, I'd say you're gonna let Iran bully you. That's our stuff. They shouldn't get the taxes and stop our stuff.
I don't know. I think if you were a citizen in their country, you would drastically have a different opinion on Donald Trump. There's a lot of American hate.
Wait, hold on. Britain, the people are very happy with Trump.
I don't know where you're getting your news from.
Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins, come on. They're listening to us. They have
conservative.
You post something on Facebook, the cops are coming for you. You post something that they perceive as hate speech, you're getting arrested. Meanwhile, the men, the imported culture that attacks women and beheads teachers are like running amok. It's hard for people to lecture me about a naughty Facebook post.
The United Kingdom doesn't have the same freedom of speech and press that you do. We know that.
Yeah,
that's why they're below us.
Yes, look, my brother who lives in the UK, right? I have spent around 6-7 months getting him on the phone. My God, you and Nathan, listen, Nathan. Yesterday was you, bro. Yesterday was you with it. And today was Jacobus, bro. You gotta make a coalition. But look, I spent 6-7 months kind of introducing my brother to base thoughts, and he's finally getting there. But look, their whole idea of hey, you should be able to say what you want, and that's not the default Alright, that's not the default, Monica. Over here, yes, that's the default. Okay, and that makes sense to us. Over there, that's not like priority number one. Okay,
But again, you say that's what makes us the greatest country in the world, right?
Yeah, to a great degree. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Over there.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you saying that they would even want that to be the case?
No, they might want it, right? Like if they're like, yeah, sure, I would like to be able to say what's on my mind. But then if you're like,
the majority, it doesn't seem like the majority wants to.
No,
I have no idea to assess the majority. Let me take that back. But it seems like the people that come in from that part of the world that would enter this room, at least if that's anything of like any type of indication, they would prefer not to have certain things said.
Yeah. So the argument, right, that you said, yeah, but look, some of the things you might say might be really offensive to others, and you're like, yeah, I totally get that. And
they might think that theirs is greater because they don't allow anything.
Yeah, exactly. So if you say like, yo, but like some of the things you might say might be offensive, they seem like that's in many cases good enough reason not to just have free, like not to just say what you want freely. Over here, it's like, yo, fuck that. You get offended, fuck that, right? And that's
who's that Canadian guy in this room? Yeah. Coffee chills him. He's the monkey room.
What's his name again? Fuck. Are you talking about Jeremy?
Jeremy. So like, Jeremy's an example. I think that like I could be wrong. He wouldn't mind like punishment for words or something like that. I could be totally wrong. I don't know why. He just fits the character. So like his room would be that side of the world, and Chosen is like America because we come here because we can say almost anything we want.
Yes.
Have you guys? He doesn't like that about this room, maybe.
So partially, yeah, because he's inundated with their culture. He grew up with their culture while we grew up with the freedom of speech.
So when we say when we're talking amongst each other, we say, "Don't you think we're better for that?" It's kind of like you're already talking to someone that accepts the system as better.
I do think to a certain point that deep down within them, they do really, really crave the ability to speak freely.
Oh yeah, when you get mad, anybody wants that. Yeah,
when they get mad, they're the worst.
Exactly.
It's like all that built up shit that they can't say, it comes out. They're the worst.
Yeah. Look, anybody when they get mad.
But have you guys heard of the Nazi pug case?
No.
Count Dankula. There you go. You guys know about that?
Wait, who the fuck is named Count Dankula? How can I be his follower?
Hilarious. Go ahead, Mom.
How can I be his follower?
No, ma'am. Go ahead. You remember his name? I forgot his name.
This is 8 years ago? It's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
This guy was sick of his girlfriend telling him her little pug dog was. So he trained him to respond to his name is Buddha. There's Buddha. Want gas juice? You want gas and juice? And whenever he said that, the pug stopped what he was doing because he trained him to respond to that. He also trained him to do the Nazi salute. This is the canine raising his right paw up in response. Like, this is ridiculous. This was a joke. They decided that it was anti-Semitic hate speech. They fined him. I think they jailed him, and he went to court and be prosecuted. And then he just
lost all his rights.
Over a joke. And then he did a Black Lives Matter pug. Hey, guys, did you see the Black Lives Matter pug?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So he's got a YouTube channel. He's very clever. He's got a sick Scottish brogue or Irish brogue, but he's very smart and he's very funny. And so yeah, like these. And then the woman who was prosecuted for calling a trans man a woman or something like that. She got jail time. Someone posted a nasty comment because she was frustrated by some people murdering people. There was a mother. She got jail time. Like you can like it's much worse than cancel culture. It's much worse.
Yeah, to go to European courts to fight for his rights to be able to bank within the banking system. For a fucking pug, bro. Fucking
for a dog. And the dog was hella cute too.
Yeah.
All because you think of
Jesus Christ.
You gotta look him up again. He's fucking
Bro,
He's
I
hilarious.
don't even like bugs, bro. I don't even like bugs. I want the bug.
Okay, I have a question.
Jordan Peterson, dude. Jordan Peterson.
Yo, what's
the whole anti-pronoun shit? That became more popular in the US than it ever was in Canada.
Oh yeah.
We have the inherent feeling and like belief that we should be able to say what we want. Well, Canadians think, hey, but the rule of the law is to be mindful of this and that. Well, fuck that, right? That's what makes America great.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
It seems like the system.
Yeah, I think so too. I have a question, though, and maybe Monica, you can answer this question for me. I'm having a conversation with my white friend, okay? And basically, we're kind of having a political debate back and forth, and she brought up how there's been a lot of policies that have been discriminatory towards white people in the United States. And listen, man, I keep hearing this narrative from white people, and I'm not going to say that it's not happening, but it's not on my radar, so I don't know of it. Could you give some examples of that? Because I'm completely unaware of this, and I kind of just feel like maybe she's steel manning me.
Steel manning you or gaslighting you?
Gaslight, straw man.
Okay. So, well, we could look at affirmative action, but the court said that was over. There are people that are filing HR complaints and suing because of discrimination because of the color of their skin who are white. So I mean, we can pull those cases up. There's a guy I was talking to on here who was collecting data about it. I like your friend already. Jasper is on Clubhouse so we can have a conversation. There are few things that a white American can do worse than not be apologetically white. You're not apologetically white, well, you're a Nazi, and you're going to be treated like scum. But that's on social media. So you were asking about job discrimination. I think young white men have got the brunt of it because at least the women, well, they have one of the, they have being a woman to go for them in the identity politics grievance industry a little bit. Were you looking for a specific case? Oh, go ahead.
Was there a racial component to like the redistricting thing?
Wait, you're talking about in regards to Jasmine Crockett? Or what?